The following program is hosted by immature, irreverent, obnoxious, and often disgusting young men. Listener discretion is advised.
This time on Nude Clan.
No! Fucking glitch!
Player to another. Dark soul light. Turn on the TV, pick up the controller and play some games with the Nude.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Nude Clan, the video game podcast that loves glitchy-ass Star Wars games. I am your host, Caleb Schweiss.
I am your very confused host, Joe.
I'm your glitchy host, Zach.
I'm A4, wondering why Joe's confused.
I'm confused because all Schweiss said to me was this time on Nude Clan and then silence.
Well, you wouldn't hear it from... Trust me, it's in the recording. It's all good. The sound drop is in the recording.
Okay.
Yeah, we did the fucking glitch from Craig. We were talking about that
nice.
Because we can't have a Star Wars game without fucking glitches.
All right. I'm also your drunk host, Joe.
You guys know what Zach said means that we're reviewing today Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, a classic Xbox game by once great studio BioWare.
Once great.
What do you mean by once
feminist,
great?
Feminist ashes? Is that what you're saying?
Well, I mean, did anyone really like that last Mass Effect game? That seemed to be like a giant flop.
I don't like
Andromeda?
any Mass Effect game.
Yeah, Andromeda, Zach.
I've never played any of them. I just know that was the last one I heard of.
Yeah. So, like I said, once great studio BioWare, because they used to make games. I think they even might have made Baldur's Gate. The original one, now that I'm thinking about it.
Maybe.
Yeah. I'll look that up in the meantime.
I played Mass Effect 1, but I was in a phase where I was like 100%ing everything, and I was like a stupid mission in the beginning of the game that was like, go to all these points in the town, and I couldn't find one of them, and I was like, all right, I'm done. And so like I just never played it. It's the stupidest thing.
Did it end your 100%ing phase?
I
think it did end my 100%ing phase.
Yeah, by the way,
to them.
Baldur's Gate, the first one was by BioWare. I don't know who the fuck made the new one, but...
I don't care, honestly, because we're here to talk about Knights of the Republic.
Yes.
I mean, it was a good game,
just
so I
kidding.
assume it's not BioWare.
But, what have you been playing this week, Zach?
Oh, fucking Knights of the Old Republic. That's what I played.
It'd be great if the game was actually called fucking Knights of the Old Republic.
It should be. I was up until 3... What time did I message you? 3:30? 3 in the morning?
Yeah, something like that.
Playing that game to make sure I beat it so I could have a good weekend.
Did you have a good weekend?
I did. That and I played... God, my camera's like fucking... And then last night I played a little bit of Tears of the Kingdom.
Is it Tears or is it Tears?
It's Tears of the Kingdom. I need to get I gotta find my Wii in my mom's basement.
Because I thought it was Link tearing up all that pussy in that game, but maybe
there's so much pussy in that game. You didn't know that?
No, I did. That's why I was like, "Why are you saying the name wrong?"
No, I was at a game. I was at a used game store earlier with a friend, Mondays, who's in the chat right now, and he was telling me about how, like, I guess Mifa's not in the new one or something. They like took us.
No, because she's dead.
No, I know, but like there was a statue of her or something in the first game, and they like took it out and replaced it with a statue of Sidon and Link, or something.
No, she has what's it called? A memorial on a mountain.
Okay, I've barely played Tears of the Kingdom. So
That's where you go to jerk off.
yes,
In the water, yeah.
pay my cum
Come on her
tribute.
tits, and then you go home.
I can.
What you don't see is there's a giant bottle, I think like a glass jar around Mifa.
What's
Just jacking the
the
jar.
what's the name of like the technology in that game? Like what do they call it?
Zonai technology.
Yeah, you make like a Yonai fleshlight. You just go to fucking town next to the statue.
Close. It was Zonai. That was
Okay.
close. That was close. That was second to last letter of the alphabet. So you were there. You just weren't on the right last.
Also, he says they moved the statue to another part of the map. I still
Yeah. So there's. Yeah.
I played Tears of the Kingdom when it came out, and I got like 3 hours in, but I didn't even leave like the Sky Island that you start the game on. So
Zach, are you just Twilight? I'm sorry. Are you just Zelda hungry right now? Is that what you need? You can't find your Wii, and so you go into the tier of the kingdom.
I mean, that game I wanted. Yeah, that game's fun though. I don't know. It's just on there. It's there. It's been. I played it when it came out for a little bit, and then played some on my last vacation, on the cruise a little bit, and on the planes. So just, it's there.
I don't know. I think Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask left a good impression on him. I think he's just like
I was playing Tears of the Kingdom before I was playing those.
no, but now you're feeling the hunger for the Zelda.
Oh, I guess it's more like feeling the hunger for fucking what's her name? Shit, what's the science? Purah's tit. Oh man, Purah's hot.
Everyone was gooning over Pura when that game first came out, and I'm just like, I'm not really about it. I don't know, man.
Wow, you don't like women that look like women? You fuck.
Well, no, because she was like a little kid in the first game. It's weird now.
She wasn't a little kid.
Yeah, so you liked her then, but now it's like
yeah, it's A4 though. Like that's a-
No, she was
long in the tooth now. She's been around the moon, around the sun a couple more times.
I don't know, man. I just don't really. I didn't like her design in either game.
I just look like adults, man.
No, I don't.
You know,
I don't like her design in either game. I think it's like the glasses. She has like these big, thick, like circular glasses with like these little things coming off of them, and I'm just not really like. I don't know, man. I didn't really care for her design in the last game, and I don't care about it in this one either.
It's just her glass. You know, like when like Red Riding Hood talks to the wolf, and she's like, "Why are your eyes so big?" It's like the bigger to see you. It's her glasses are bigger because it's bigger to come on. It's there for you.
Yeah, but I don't want to fuck the wolf from Little Red Riding Hood.
No, not the wolf.
What does it take to clean cum off your glasses? I'm curious. Like, does a
I don't know. You tell me,
microfiber
Joe. How long did it
cloth
take you last
work
time?
enough? Or I don't wear glasses, so
How long does it take to get the cum off your contacts?
Yeah, and when he did wear glasses, they didn't actually have lenses in them. They were just to make him seem more sophisticated. So the cum would just hit him straight in the eye.
They won't take.
It was his own cum. Like if it was to make himself look sophisticated, he was jacking into his own face. Dude.
It wasn't to make me look sophisticated. It was to add shape to my face because of my blonde eyebrows. By the way,
What's worse is that they weren't even
I did it like half a day once, and Schweiss has not let me forget it.
As he shouldn't.
Well, what
As he shouldn't.
what Joe is
Well, it was funny because someone else had done it, so I was like, "Oh, this is an acceptable thing," so I did it too, and then it was like, "Nah, this is stupid."
what Joe isn't telling you
Unacceptable.
guys is that they were just those 3D glasses from the movie theater with the lenses poked out.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the cardboard ones.
They
No,
might have
like the
actually
real D
did.
ones that you get like when
Yeah,
they
the real D.
Yeah.
They might have actually been that, but I can't remember. It's been too long. And fuck you guys. Like I was like 20.
Fuck you
Okay.
guys.
It was a phase, Mom.
We all make dumb mistakes, like letting our hair grow out of our skullet for way too long. Sometimes that can happen. Also, sometimes you could take I guess way more alcohol than you thought right before doing a podcast. And you could be sitting here in absolute misery listening to other people talk about KOTOR. So
Yeah.
sometimes mistakes are made and you can't do anything to take them back. But
Anyway,
Gin
let's
is
move
pretty
on.
good though. Gin is good. You should do gin and cucumber. It's like
Isn't that just
it's like dangerously.
isn't that like
good.
gin and
Sorry, do
tonic,
I-
basically?
Do I use the cucumber? Do I poke a hole in the cucumber and use it as a straw? What do you mean by gin
Yeah,
and
that's exactly
cucumber?
what
Yeah,
you
you-
drink like
He's definitely used to drinking out of things that are that thick.
Yeah. Sucking on it until the goods come out.
Cucumber just sticks in it.
Joe, you don't have to like put your whole, you don't have to go down on the cucumber. You can just sip through it like a straw. I'd like to.
Yeah, I mean that's the worst part about drinking a drink through a cucumber is when you have to say no homo first. I think it's just it takes too long. It takes too long.
Or
I would
get
like
that chunk of ice that gets stuck in there, and it's like you're getting a
kidney
like
stone?
you're getting a kidney stone out for your bro.
Helping him out, you know.
Bro. It's almost
I need you to siphon this. I need you to siphon this fucking kidney stone out of my
Push,
dick.
I'll pull.
Dude, if you're siphoning out like you're siphoning gas, do you do the mint before or after?
Anyway, I would like to set the record straight. The hottest girl in Tears of the Kingdom is Zelda this time. So, you know, that's just how it is.
It's not. It's Purah, 100%.
Nah, Zelda's too cute with that short hair, man. It's great.
She is cute. Zelda is cute, but Purah is mommy.
Is Purah just a cat?
No,
it's a person.
she's like a
Okay.
scientist.
Yeah. So the reason why she looked like a child in the first game is because she was doing experiments and accidentally like made herself look younger.
Yeah,
even
she
though
literally
she's,
is
older.
like a
Suddenly
90.
made herself look more attractive to weebs.
Yeah, she literally like in that
she was
game
like a
she literally
child.
was like the 100-year-old lolly, but in this game she's like grown.
She aged her. She didn't grow. She aged herself back up. She aged herself not up to her actual age. but to, like
I don't like the fact that we're talking about this.
I don't
like
either.
it.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you, I don't like Poor's design very much. You guys were the ones that made the accusations. I have to fucking defend
We
myself.
didn't, but we made honest accusations of you knowing you and your taste in Japanese anime.
Not true. Name one anime that I like. Go.
You like that Nagatoro one or whatever.
Yeah, I do.
Which is very sus because she is a child.
I can't name animes
Don't worry.
like Avatar.
You're right. That's Avatar's not an anime. Also, yes, yes, I do like Nagatoro. Nagatoro's
He
great.
passed his own test. I can't name an anime. It's only.
Oh, is that
Avatar.
why it looks good? Is because it's not Japanese. It's
Yes.
not anime.
Hey, speaking of, by the way, the internet's exploding with Godzilla -1 is way better than we thought it should be, and it was.
I want to see that so bad.
Godzilla -1 is so fucking good, dude. It's probably the best or the second best. I got to rewatch both the movies in order to and maybe sit with it for a long time to decide whether or not it's better than 54. But my God, it is one of the best monster movies ever made,
I'm glad
and a really great movie.
it seems to be. Is it doing good at the box office? Because I hear a lot of
Yeah,
people
it
talking
is.
about it.
I mean, the movie was only made for $15 million, so it's like $30 million weekend gross was like ridiculous.
Right.
One of the things that I saw about it was people were talking about it so they were talking about this one, like Toho, the ones that are releasing, and they were talking about the Legendary film, like their MonsterVerse stuff, and how they were like, it's good that it's cool that Legendary is making those movies, right? And they're just dumb fun, like they're just action popcorn movies.
Yeah,
But
most
they
of them.
make those movies and they get all that money off of that, and then because it's like royalties for Toho and like stuff like that, and Toho gets to make movies that are like what they want to do, and they can be more thought provoking and more like
Yeah, I don't know.
-1.
Having watched every single Godzilla movie
That's true. You
and gone through a lot of them in detail, I can tell you Toho's just like any other studio. They will shovel crap as long as it works.
Yeah, I don't think Shin Godzilla was very thought provoking. If I'm going to be completely honest,
I was meaning like this movie, like -1 apparently is like very, very like thought provoking.
So Shin Godzilla was the one before, and it was also really good. It wasn't as good as Godzilla -1. I was surprised that it could top Shin Godzilla, but it's a very good movie. But the thing was that Shin Godzilla was like, it was kind of a response to the American one. It was like, oh, they're making good Godzilla movies. At least the first one was really good. And then,
the one with Bryan Cranston?
Then they're like, yeah, with the one with Bryan Cranston. Good for a Godzilla movie. believe
Okay.
me.
I had heard different, but
then-
that's yeah.
And then they're like, you've heard it, you haven't seen it?
No, but my
it's
one
better
friend
than
who's big on
people
Godzilla didn't like it, but whatever.
It's
that's
better than people say.
Okay.
And people who have been poo-pooed on it need to go rewatch it, because that's exactly what we did a few weeks ago, and it was like, oh, this movie's way better than people like really like. It's a pretty well crafted movie. Like there's obviously problems with it, especially in the second half.
Yeah, like Godzilla's not in it as much as he should be.
No, I think it's actually that Bryan Cranston dies in the middle of it, and you think he's the main character, and then the next guy who takes the baton isn't as good of a character, and so you're just not on the ride at that point, except to watch Godzilla.
Right.
But the Godzilla stuff is amazing.
That's what I go to the Godzilla movie for, is to watch Godzilla.
So here's the deal. Like, I think Toho with Shin Godzilla, that was a response to the American Godzilla. They're like, oh, they're doing that. We're going to try to one-up them. And so they, like, instead of what they normally do, which is just find, like, a guy who has done special effects for years or was an assistant director and then just control the shit out of them until their movie sucks. They actually got, like, a guy with, like, a point of view, like, a strong point of view to do Shin Godzilla. And they did it again with Godzilla Minus One.
Because Shin
Godzilla, the guy who did Godzilla Minus One is a really established director who's really good. I've seen at least one of his movies, and he basically just, as far as I can tell, just made his movie, and that's unusual for Toho. Toho doesn't let directors go a lot of the times. And then, yeah, Godzilla Minus One was a just absolute massive success after Shin Godzilla 2, which is crazy because Shin Godzilla was like the highest grossing Godzilla movie ever for Toho. And it was a really good movie. It won Best Picture in Japan. So we'll see what happens with Godzilla Minus One, which is a fucking better movie, which
Shin
I didn't even think they could do
was
for like another 50 years. I didn't think that would happen.
Wasn't Shin Godzilla Hideki Anno?
Yeah, it was Hideki Anno, yeah.
Okay. The Evangelion guy, right?
And he did a great job.
Okay.
It was a fantastic Godzilla movie. One of the best. But Godzilla Minus One one-upped all the American ones and one-upped their last one, which is incredible. And it's such a beautiful, heartfelt story. Like, even if it wasn't a Godzilla movie, like if Godzilla was not the threat and it was some other random monster, that would still be one of the greatest monster movies ever.
Really?
It's so good. Yeah,
Nice.
because the human story in it is so good. It's like this like shame-filled failure of a kamikaze pilot who pretends that his plane isn't working in order to avoid like having to go to kill himself and go to war in World War II.
What a pussy.
And then Godzilla attacks, and then he also can't defend the soldiers that he's there to defend. And then he's guilt-ridden about it for years and years. And then this monster that he saw on Odo Island comes back again, and it's Godzilla, and he's bigger now because of the atomic bombs. And then it's basically like this beautiful, honestly, God, it's beautiful path of redemption film about this guy who just has felt horrible for not killing himself for everybody else. It's so good. It is like not like no Godzilla movie, and I love Godzilla. Like no Godzilla movie should be this good. It's so fucking good. So I'm speaking of like Japanese stuff, the new Godzilla movie, and I'm excited to see the last, probably the last movie from Miyazaki is out right now.
Yeah, I want to see that too.
Saturday.
Yeah, I want to see that too.
And I will see that this weekend. There's no way I'm not. I saw The Wind Rises like 3 times in the movie theater. Beautiful experience, and I will be seeing this one.
My sister, I think it was earlier this year, tipped me off to, they were showing like a Spirited Away like stage adaptation in the movie theaters, and that was fucking wild. That was cool.
Really?
Yeah, they like really cool. Like they basically had one giant set that they just kept rotating around, and like it fit all the different like scenes in the movie. It was really cool.
Interesting. Yeah, sorry to
Is he
derail.
dying or something, or
No, he's
Does
just
he just keep
really old,
retiring?
dude. He's in his 80s.
Well,
Every time he makes a movie, he's been saying this literally since Ponyo. He
Yeah.
said, "This is my last movie," and then Wind Rises, "This is my last movie," and now he's got another fucking movie. And it's like the guy can't stop making movies. Clearly,
well, when his son is so
because-
bad at it, I mean,
The Witch and the Worm was fucking bullshit. I feel like with Miyazaki, he just sits there and like he's like, I'm quitting because he's just not a happy person. And then he starts becoming happy when he's retired, and he's like, I can't feel happy. I have to be miserable.
I need to be chain smoking and making a masterpiece.
Another movie, yeah. And
Well,
I think his
sound-
son just disappoints him, and then he's like, "Well, I guess I better come back."
I mean, to be fair to his son, he has gotten also nominated for like best animated feature. But
was it for Witch and the Worm? Because that's a lot.
no, it wasn't. It was for.
Did he even do Earwig in the whatever the fuck?
Oh,
It was
Earwig and the
it was
shit.
Earwig and the Angry Edge, yeah, which I haven't seen, so I can't really judge it.
I didn't like it. I didn't.
Sounds like
He
an
did
STD.
From House on Poppy Hill, which was okay, and then gosh, he did another one whose name
Tales of Earthsea
Marnie was there, which was okay. Tales from Earthsea was one of the worst things I've ever seen.
Right.
So it makes sense that Miyazaki. I've seen that video because it's on the documentary for Miyazaki that Japanese public television put out, which you can find everywhere.
Right.
And you can see him like disappointed in his own son. Which is, it's his son's first movie. It's not like Miyazaki's first movie. That's unfair. Like that's Miyazaki's first movie is like a pretty damn good movie. The Lupin the Third.
Oh, Castle of Cagliostro or whatever.
Yeah, Castle of Cagliostro. So it's like it's unfair, but it was also, I don't know. He wasn't doing. I know Earthsea is not an original concept, but it is new to animation. So I don't know. In any case, yeah, that movie's awful. But like, his son has done 2 that I've seen, and I know he's done like 4 movies, but I've seen 2 of them that are okay. They're okay. They're not Hayao Miyazaki caliber, but they are okay movies.
Yeah. I don't know. I just.
But it's a sad now because Isao Takahata died, and he's like the other half of Ghibli. Because there's the Miyazaki films, and there's Isao Takahata. Takahata's more uneven than Miyazaki. Like he's got some crap films, and then he has some amazing movies.
Did he do like Kaguya or?
He did Tale of Princess Kaguya, and he did Grave of the Fireflies.
Okay.
Which are 2 amazing.
Yeah.
Straight up, probably. I think Tale of Princess Kaguya is better than anything Miyazaki has ever made. But as far as like filmography, Miyazaki is just like almost untouchable. Like almost every movie he's done has been like for at least decent, if not fucking amazing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm so excited for Boy and the Heron. I gotta go.
Yeah.
Bro,
I'm gonna be.
I want to see. Honestly, I really want to see it in English after hearing. What's his name? Yeah, dude, I'm seeing it. Well, I'm seeing it both. Shut up.
The voice cast is.
We're seeing the voice. Yeah,
on the
dude, it's
list,
fucking
dude.
stacked, bro.
The voice casts for all the Studio Ghibli movies are like always stacked though.
I also like how
stacked, but I
they're
never
always
listen to 'em.
They always call Christian Bale, and they're like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "Nothing." And they're like, "Studio Ghibli," and he's like, "Okay."
Yeah, pretty much. Well, because there's 2 Batmans
always-
in this movie. There's Robert Pattinson and there's Christian Bale.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
Which one's the better Batman, though?
I didn't see the Robert
I
Pattinson
didn't
Batman
see
movie.
Batman.
Robert Pattinson.
I didn't either.
Robert Pattinson is a fantastic Batman.
I was
I've
supposed to.
heard
but I was
that.
sleeping.
I've heard that movie's really good, but it just came
It's-
out at a bad time.
Oh, it's fucking so good. It's 3 hours of beautiful.
And
It's what that movie is.
speaking of like Japanese movies with limited runs, I'm fucking pissed because they're putting the Gurren Lagann movies out for the 15th anniversary. But like the closest showing to me is like 45 minutes away. So if anything, I'm probably going to have to try and like drive down to Delaware to go see the second one with my friend, and only the second one because they're not showing them back to back. They're showing one like the second or third week in January, and they're showing the next one the week after. And it's like, well, I can't justify driving an hour away and back 2 weeks in a row on a Wednesday fucking night to go see a movie. I mean, it's annoying.
Dude, where I live, literally everything is an hour drive.
Yeah, no, I
Takes me an
know,
hour
but
to get to work.
like there are theaters that I wish it was.
We drove to Vegas to see a fucking Quentin Tarantino movie in 70 millimeter.
millimeter.
Yeah, but you
I
didn't
did
have
the
to
same
drive
thing
to
again
see
for
it 2
Oppenheimer,
weeks,
by the way.
2 weeks in a row on like in the middle of the
Yeah,
fucking
that's
week.
true.
But like, also, real quick, you're the one who moved to fucking buttfuck Utah. That's like off, like an hour off the fucking highway. Like you get off and you just drive straight. Like I'm happy that you don't have to drive it during rush hour because, like, dude, that sucks.
I know, but he got a McMansion out of it.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's
Dude.
nice.
And lost our film equipment in the process, but like,
Hey,
there's-
it's back. The cops got it.
Did they really?
Oh, seriously?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, so I don't have to do this stupid bullshit too much
No.
longer.
You should tell the story of it.
So, I don't know who stole it. They won't tell me. All they've said is that the cleaning company is very uncooperative. So it might be them, maybe not. I don't know. I like someone in the
maybe not.
Someone in the comments said follow the strawberry milk. But yeah, a cop called me up one day and said like, "Hey, we got a hit from the pawn shop and up in Salt Lake City like 2 days after." And this was like way after, obviously, because it was like not even a month ago. It was probably 2-3 weeks ago, and it had been gone for months. And they said, "Oh yeah, we got a hit from someone who sold it at a pawn shop. You have two options. Option one, you go buy it back from the pawn shop for the $70 that they bought it for. Option two, we seize it for evidence and take it from the pawn shop, prosecute the dude, and then give it back to you once we're done using it as evidence.
You said
It's
prosecute.
free." Yeah, and I said, fucking bring him in. So we're the Law and Order gaming podcast around here.
So
my
so
shit,
that
you go
mixer
down.
will not see the end of the show, I'm guessing. With how long
Probably not.
legal
It's gonna be a
proceedings
little
take.
while. Honestly, I don't even want it back, but it's like it's mine, so I'm gonna take it back.
Here's the thing. No. Yeah, you send a message. You say you fucking
Yeah.
stole from me, you piece of shit. It's
I
like
want to
honestly,
go to the courtroom and then I'm going to throw it on the ground and break it into
Dude.
1,000 pieces.
It's not about
You
the
should.
mixer. It's
Just
about sending
shatter
a
it.
message.
I think that as part of our like final episode, if the timing is right on this, we should go to the jail and fucking interview the man who stole our fucking equipment.
It'd be awesome.
This isn't good, Joe. This isn't good. This isn't going to be like Silence of the Lambs. Like he's not going to be cooperative with you.
No, dude, because I want to
Okay,
sit there
we'll
and be
record
like, "Hi, I'm Zach with Nude Clan, and why are you a fucking piece of shit?" And just hold the microphone to his.
So, why did you decide to break into my house and steal my equipment?
Send me in there to fucking interview him. I'll break him
How
down.
much heroin did you get for $70?
I'll use my black tongue to break him down over the court, and I'll just make fun of him and talk about stupid bullshit and interrupt him.
Yeah, we'll just record it and be like, "Do you play video games?" So I'm in jail.
What have you
he's
been
in
playing
jail.
this week?
What do you
that's
think?
right,
What do
you're
you think about
incarcerated.
Aloy from Horizon Zero Dawn?
Yeah, do you
How
think she's
many
a fat
millimeters?
bitch?
How many millimeters has your asshole grown in the last?
Do you think
2
she's a fat bitch? Oh wait, I'm sorry. Your people love that. My bad. So moving on.
Did you drop the soap today?
Yeah, how many
No
times have you been
comment.
fucked in the ass by a guy who says he's not gay outside of prison?
How many times have you believed him, knowing that you're also not gay outside of prison?
Did you come from your
Did you-
prostate?
Yeah, that's the award-winning question. Did you come? Good job, Joe. That was good. Joe asked the hard
yeah.
shit.
Anyway, sorry. Did we talk about? So we talked about what Zach's been playing. How about you, A4?
I've mostly just been playing Grandia 2. I'm getting close to the end
He
here.
says mostly. What else were you playing?
This is the longest amount of time I've ever heard you try to beat a game.
I just not that
taking
interested.
forever.
Like it's a good game, and I'm like, I'm gonna beat it, but like, I just like every time I feel like I need to play Grandia 2, I'm like, but I could play anything else. Like it's just not drawing me in the way that like an RPG should, and I feel bad because I know people love this game, but it's just not like. It's just not grabbing me. And so like I just make little progress here and there, like an hour here, an hour there. I'm getting close to the end, but it's been a slog, and like mostly it's my fault because I'm not plowing through it like I should be, but I don't
like
feel the need.
that you're like, oh, it's not like my uncle. It's not grabbing me, and I just don't know how I feel about this. And
Well, I don't know, like, because it's not like the combat system's bad. It's not like the story's even necessarily bad. It's a little generic, but it's like, it's good. It's just, something about it is just like, every time I load it up, I'm like, I get like 15, 20 minutes in and I get to a save point and it's just like, I just want to stop playing it right now and play something else. I guess this is like the first time that a Nude Clan game has really felt like homework to me. And I played through all 3 Parasite Eve games, so that should tell you
First
something.
time?
Yeah.
God damn it. Fucking god damn it, dude. Half the games always felt like homework to me. Shit.
Well, I know that's what I'm saying. Normally they don't, and like I said, I played the third birthday, but like This is the first time I'm like, I'm not really feeling this one, and I don't know why, and I feel bad, and I'm probably just going to give it like a good review anyway. But yeah, it's taken me a while, and I can't really explain why.
No, you explained why. That was pretty good.
I guess, yeah.
It's just I don't know. You just played too many games, probably.
I mean, I haven't really been playing too much else besides that. Like, I've been fucking around with setting up RetroArch on my computer, but that's about it.
So you haven't played any Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne?
No, but it's downloaded on my Steam and my Steam Deck. And as for Twilight Princess, I'm just going to like Joe core that because I've already 100%ed it before. So I don't really feel the need.
Joe coring it still takes 42 hours.
I understand that, but I'm saying, like, you saw how fast I got through Ocarina of Time, and that's like a 28-hour game, apparently, so.
All right, man. All right.
What's a 20-hour game?
Like, shorten it down that much.
Yeah.
Ocarina.
Also, to address Mondays in the chat, no, it was not a good review for the third birthday. I did not like that game.
I liked it more than I expected to, especially considering everybody hates it. And I was like, I don't know, the gameplay was fun. I mean, the story I turned my brain off entirely for, but
the gameplay wasn't even that good.
Terrible. No, I think it's pretty good for a PSP.
It's good for a PSP game, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that is what we're playing it on, though. Is a PSP.
Yeah, and I was screaming because of how hard it is. But
that's like saying that fucking Wario Land is good for a Virtual Boy game. It's like, yeah, I mean, it's the cream of the crop, but the crop is shit.
I mean, yeah.
The crop is not good.
I guess that's not
PSP
fair.
is solid.
The crop is crap.
Name like 5 good PSP games.
Final Fantasy IV, Final Fantasy IV The Afteryear. Siphon Filter, Dark Mirror, Siphon Filter, Logan Shadow, God of War, Chains of Olympus, God of War, Ghosts of Sparta, kinda. Final Fantasy VII, Crisis Core.
The classic Final Fantasy games that are on there via the store.
Yeah.
I would like to play those 1 and 2 remakes on there. Those look really nice.
The movie Triple X
on there.
The movie Triple X, the best. Yeah. Super Bad on UMD.
It's like
the movie Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, available in every single video game store you've ever seen.
You can't open a video game store without Triple X and Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon on UMD.
Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon is probably my favorite film, and that does make me feel kind of bad that someone sold it, but.
You should buy it there.
I would sooner watch all of Shrek 2 on Game Boy Advance Video, if I'm being completely honest.
Schweiss didn't even remember Game Boy Advance Video, dude. I bought 3 episodes of SpongeBob on Game Boy Advance.
I had the first 2 of Sonic X on Game Boy Advance.
Adorable.
Why do the games look so shitty, but you can watch SpongeBob on it? What the fuck?
He didn't say it looked good.
The games on Game Boy Advance look great. What are you talking about? What are you, high? Anyway, yeah, I've
the TV show good.
Anyway, I've been playing almost entirely just Grandia, and I've put like probably good 5-6 hours over the. Also, for the past few weeks, I was working
4 weeks.
Well, I was also working a shitload of overtime, so I just didn't really have I would get home and I would just be exhausted, and I would just go to bed. So
isn't it crazy that you paid for it? Yeah. What? Do you really?
What?
You paid overtime.
Yeah.
Oh, I fucking miss overtime, dude, so much.
Anyway, I should have Grandia 2 beaten by next week. Jake is probably also close because like every time I check Steam, he's like got an achievement that's further in the game than I am anyway. But he knows that game like the back of his hand, so it shouldn't take him long.
Yeah. Okay, so real quick, going back to getting paid for overtime. People, if your managers or bosses come to you and say, "We think you should be salary," you tell them no, and you spit in their face. Salary is bullshit.
That should work.
And why is that, Zach? Yeah. Can you quantify that with evidence?
Because I'm salary and I don't get fucking paid for all the overtime I put in.
Do you get paid straight time? Oh shit! I get paid like my base rate for extra time.
I do not. I just have a base, and they're like, "Okay, you worked. You worked." Oh yeah.
See,
so, like that's why like when they do like what is it like fucking inventory and shit for me, it fucking sucks. They're like, "Oh, it's required. You get to come in for 3 extra hours every night, and then it's like cool, but I don't get paid for it.
See,
So it's
Jacob in the chat says salary is the best, and I trust him more because he has a wife and a southern plantation where he has a bunch of slaves, so he's definitely like got his shit together.
Wait, what Jacob's in the chat?
Our Jacob from the
Is he really?
Yes. Salty
Shut up,
Sunkern.
Jacob. Salary sucks, you dumb shit. Just kidding.
Slavery sucks. Is that what you just said?
How dare you?
Salary. I didn't say slavery.
I mean, when you rearrange the letters of salary and then change one of the A's into a V, you get slavery. So,
Yeah.
and you have to add an E in there too. Actually,
Are we going to have another war of northern aggression, Zach? Is that what's happening?
Slavery. What is it good for? Getting my chores done.
well, no, there's that Wonder Shows in bed where they're like, slaves built the pyramids, slaves built America. Anyway, what have you been playing, Joe?
Wow. Oh, I'll tell you. Kingdom Hearts.
Oh.
Fuck. What was the last game I beat
Which one's
on
that
the beat
one?
list?
BBS is our last beat.
Oh, Birth by Sleep. Okay, well, I have played Kingdom Hearts .2, a fragmentary passage.
Are we going to count
along
that?
with yeah, and along with if the fucking podcast community is like, it judges a game, you got to play the game. Then we must also count Dream Drop Distance, which I have also been playing, and then Kingdom Hearts 3 as well. Within this interim period of however many weeks we've been since we last recorded, I have played half the Kingdom Hearts series. I swear to fucking God. So, yeah, lots of Kingdom Hearts. Just out there kicking ass as Sora and or Riku and or Terra
Or
or
Roxas.
Vexus or whatever, or Ventus, excuse me, or
Glorbo.
whomever the fuck. I'm out there
just
kicking
going through
ass,
this.
dude, and I've got fucking like dogs and shit helping me out, and I'm fucking bouncing off walls, and I'm taking names, bro. I love it.
Would you say you're already half Xehanort?
I will say that I am Sora incarnate. I already kind of look like a fat.
You look like a fat Haley Joel. Oh, wait.
No, Sora looks like a skinny Haley Joel Osment. What are you talking about?
Him and I have the same beard and same hair, so I figured out, not the same color, but you know. So I figured that you know, I'm halfway there already.
How much sea salt ice cream have you eaten in the past few weeks?
A little bit,
none.
actually.
I did eat some ice cream. Yeah, we had
Yeah,
2
for that
bars
review.
of similar shaped ice cream.
I bought some sea salt ice cream for that review.
Dude, when I was in college, me and my
all right.
girlfriend at the time found a recipe online for making your own like sea salt ice cream. It was like blue Gatorade and like coconut milk and some other stuff. It was good. They were good little popsicles. But yeah. It was interesting.
Yeah, I saw that they were a thing, and I was like, I'm not making these, so I'm just gonna buy one that
Not
says sea
me.
salt.
I'm just gonna buy Rocket Pops and say it's sea salt
I
ice
don't have
cream.
time to make food. I'm fucking playing Kingdom Hearts 24/7. It's work,
Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts, sleep.
Yeah. Nothing else.
How did you feel experiencing the characters from The World Ends With You in Dream Drop Distance? My favorite game.
You asked that last time.
You asked that last time.
I forgot that was them. They're really stupid.
They're weird. They're just there, you know, just some weird
They're
guys that
dumb
you never
as
see
fuck.
again.
Yeah. You should play
I
The
don't
World
like
Ends
their
With You.
faces. I don't like the way they dress. I don't like any of them. It's weird.
You should
Japanese.
A4 cries. He's
you should play The World Ends With You because at some point he says level I flare spell, so technically it's a Final Fantasy game.
Yeah.
Luckily, there's Moogles in it, so we still have to play the fucking thing because there's fucking Moogles in it.
What,
Despite the
Kingdom
fact
Hearts?
So that there's no fucking actual Final Fantasy characters. There's like statues of Cloud and Auron in Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah,
and
the
then there's a
intro.
Cactuar.
Yeah, that's about it.
And then-
Love
there's still
that journey
Moogles.
for you.
Which intro? The first one or the fourth one?
Yeah, which title screen are you talking about?
No, there's in the title in the intro for Olympus Coliseum, they show Cloud and Orin as statues. And
Yeah,
then
they
later
do-
in the Toy Story world, there's a cactar.
Yep,
Yeah.
correct.
Yeah.
And so That's why we're playing it.
Yeah.
Not gonna play the DLC. I don't think. I think
You don't need to.
move on. The DLC, as far as I can tell, it has like Final Fantasy characters for a scene. Like
Yes.
you see like Leon and Aerith for a second.
It's all of them in Hollow Bastion,
moving
as
on.
if the whole of Kingdom Hearts 3 never existed. But
But yeah, I've been playing those games, and honestly, they're a lot of fucking fun. Like all of them, the story, whatever. I zoned out like 3 games ago. But so who gives a shit? I'm a little annoyed when cutscenes go really long because I'm like, I don't care. I'm not paying attention.
But Joe, you need to learn about the 13 darknesses and the 7 lights that'll fight.
Yeah, I'm fucking. Yeah, I don't.
That's
give a
what
fuck.
fucking
And-
Leonard Nimoy talked about until he
But-
died, and then they got Rutger Hauer to be that guy, and then he
But
died.
I will say, who cares? But I will say that the battle systems in all of these games, like all of them, are good. Mm-hmm. Like outside of like the first 2. Are rougher because they're older, and then Birth by Sleep feels like a PSP game, so it's a little rougher too.
Kingdom Hearts 2 is the best that battle system ever got, and then it kind of got bogged down.
I don't know. Dream Drop, and I haven't reviewed Dream Drop Distance officially yet. Dream Drop Distance is a lot of fucking fun.
I remember it being
A lot of
fun.
fucking fun. On
Yeah,
the
once you
DS
play it
itself,
right, it's
I
fun.
didn't play the remake, so it might not be as good on the remake version, but. Anyway, I've been playing those 3 Kingdom Hearts games. Currently 7 hours into Kingdom Hearts 3.
What world?
Caleb, what about you? I'm on Tangled.
Oh, so you get to see the entire story of Tangled again.
Yeah,
Just
basically.
Sora's
but
there, which is what happens with the Frozen world.
I just said this to Caleb like 30 minutes before we started. It was that Kingdom Hearts 3 is doing a much better job of approximating the Disney movies in which the worlds that the game takes
Yes,
place in.
it might be
Like the characters are better to form, and there's actual parts from the movies, and the animation is better. All those things are way more like in line with the actual movie that it's taken place from. Because like watching the Aladdin scenes or whatever, except when James Woods is talking in the Hercules stuff, like everything feels like, oh, this is like put through a translator and this feels wrong.
Well, here's
So
the thing.
I think Kingdom Hearts 3 is doing a lot better job at that stuff.
Kingdom Hearts
A
3 might
lot
do
better.
too good a job approximating the movies that it's trying to do, because in like the Frozen world, they make you watch all of Let It Go, and Sora's just kind of in the background. And it's
I
like
didn't
I
know
could
that. We're
I
not
could
there
just
yet.
watch the movie at this point.
Yeah, they're doing a good job because each world takes about an hour and 45 minutes to 2 hours. So like it's as if I'm watching a movie.
Yeah, no, there's literally a scene in the Tangled world that's like shot for shot from the movie. Just Goofy is there. Like
But like sometimes the movement of the characters are weird. You know, they're weird and Japanesey and anime.
Well, yeah, because it's being rendered on a PS4.
Kingdom Hearts 3 is doing a better job of those things. So and I know everybody hates Kingdom Hearts 3. I can't fucking tell the difference between it and
story's a
all the
little
other
stupider.
fucking Kingdom Hearts games. Like,
don't worry,
they're
the story gets
all
way
fucking same
stupider the
thing.
further you get in. Don't worry.
And the cutscenes go way too long in Kingdom Hearts.
The
3,
cutscenes are
which
too long.
They
Yeah.
moved away from recently.
But so is Kingdom Hearts 2. It's like all the
No, it
mainline
is.
Kingdom Hearts, they're way too long of cutscenes. And
Yeah,
then the spin-offs have shorter cutscenes and bizarre gameplay. And then so I guess the main lines are just like the only thing that separates the main lines from the other ones are like, we're just gonna take longer.
Yeah, or how much laundry you can fold in between playing the game.
So
But
that's
you
what
have
I've
to.
been playing.
The cutscenes have to be so long because you have to learn all the lore. You need to know all about like darkness and Zero and the door to darkness and fucking being half Xehanort and all this shit.
Yeah. Love it. All right, so I have been playing whatever that free Alien game is on PlayStation Network. Fire Team something, I don't know. It's kind of shit.
Sounds memorable.
Yeah, it's not.
Oh, is it that like multiplayer one? Like they were like squatting it to find the alien or whatever, find them.
Yeah. I've been playing that. That's probably why I've been kind of behind on Kingdom Hearts, is because one of my nights off I've been playing that with Roxo and Jake. It's not that fun. It's pretty mindless, but it did prompt me to watch Alien last night, which is a great fucking movie.
Mm-hmm.
That I hadn't seen for a really long time. So the last two movies I've seen are both Ridley Scott. One of them great, one of them not great.
So Napoleon's not good, I'm hearing.
There's good things in it, but it's not the
I've
movie
heard that was the. Sorry.
It's not the movie you think it is, and it wasn't the movie I wanted, so...
I've heard that's the consensus, so that Napoleon wasn't very good.
Yeah, it's sad because this year's been like the year all the legends have come out of hiding. You know, we've gotten like a Scorsese movie, we got a Fincher movie, we got a Ridley Scott movie, like a bunch of. I'm just waiting for the Clint Eastwood movie to drop, like secretly. But yeah, it's like a good year for directors that have like a long history, and yet. Disappointing. It's probably the worst one out of those three. I mean, for sure. But so yeah, I've been playing that stupid ass game. I also played Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance. It's a 3DS game.
Hence
So
the
there's
Dream
3Ds
Drop
in it.
Distance. There's 3Ds.
Yeah. Get it? Yeah, me too.
Don't laugh like the guy from Feel Good Inc.
And then I played a bunch of Kingdom Hearts 3. I am also just under 7 hours in. I'm almost done with Toy Story. I have to go rescue Rex, and then I can leave.
So you didn't get to the part yet where fucking where Woody talks to one of the bad guys from Kingdom Hearts is like, I don't think people loved you very much.
No, what?
That's like what happens right before the last fight in the Toy Story world. Fucking Dollar General fucking Tom Hanks is like, I don't think you were hugged as a child, or whatever he says to baby Xehanort, or whatever the fuck is the guy that comes in that world.
Nice.
You're
that's funny.
right.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it's mostly been that. Not much going on, just a lot of it on those few select titles. But everyone knows what we've been playing. But now the real question: has anybody beaten a game? A for
I
40
did.
guy.
Oh.
I have not beaten a game.
Oh, okay, disappointing. All right, Zach, what about you? What did you do?
I beat Knights of the Old Republic.
KOTOR for Zach.
Yeah.
I beat Kingdom Hearts .2 intermission over 12 days.
A fragmentary interlude times 7.
Yeah.
EX Turbo.
And Dream Drop Distance. I mean, as much shit as I've given these games, I'm totally like getting a fucking tattoo of like the spade design that looks like a ball sack that the game has all the time. I'm gonna get that.
What, the
on
Heartless
my
logo?
ball sack. Yeah, I'm gonna get the Heartless logo on my fucking scrot.
Look,
Joe
you
and I both agreed.
Look, you can shit on Tetsuya Nomura for his writing and all that shit, but like his graphic design is on point, because if I was ever going to get a tattoo, it would be of the Reaper symbol from The World Ends With You, which is like a cool like skull insignia with like an X underneath it. It looks fucking rad.
You wouldn't get the Heartless logo on your fucking sack?
No, I would get it as a tramp stamp, so Brady.
A Heartless logo on your fucking sack.
Yeah, it's like when the Marvel guys got done, they all got like the tattoo.
No,
it's like our version of that. Yeah, apparently that happened.
That sounds gay.
Yeah, I guess that's what Chris, not Evans, the other one. That guy thought the same thing. So
Yeah, the other Chris.
Thor, you mean?
Yeah, the other
Chris Hemsworth?
No. Shit, the other one.
There's no
That one. Star-Lord.
Chris Pratt?
Yeah, Chris Pratt. He didn't get it. He's like,
Good.
No, that's gay.
I know he probably didn't say that, but like I'm imagining him just saying that. Chris Pratt going, nah, it's cringe. I'm out. See ya. I'm gonna go film another shitty Jurassic World movie.
Can't say anything's cringe when he's fucking Garfield, bro. Like he's
Look, it's a paycheck, man. He was not only was he Garfield, he was Mario. He was every other voice for the past 15 fucking years, apparently.
Yeah.
Mario.
Guys, I am so fucking drunk. I drink one fucking drink. I'm dying here, guys. I'm fucking like, I can't believe that I'm doing a podcast right now.
Okay, so
That's
Joe
stupid
beat
of me.
alcoholism, and by that I mean, no, I guess he beat sobriety.
All right. So let me do this. Let me get this out of the way first. Thank you to everybody who supported Chicken Coop. At the time of this recording, I sent out like a 48-hour link with a password so you can watch the movie if you supported the movie. And a lot of people came to a private screening we had for cast, crew, family, friends, and donors to the film. I got my composer because he was one of our podcast listeners for Ultimate Final Fantasy.
Oh,
And he's a really good composer. Same with last time. I had Greg Troyan do the composing for 13th Cross.
Same as last time, less annoying.
So this time it was James Gameboy. How dare you, by the way. This time it was James Gameboy, who did a fantastic job scoring Chicken Coop. So thank you, James, if you're listening. I doubt you are. I don't think you listen to Nude Clan, but anyway.
Neither does Greg, so we're good.
What a game boy.
yeah. Say his last name a little slower, please.
Yeah, what's his last
James
name?
Gameboy.
Gay boy or Game Boy?
Game Boy. Stop it.
Is he? Wait, hold on. Wait,
I'm being serious. I thought you said gay boy.
is he the heir to the Game Boy dynasty?
Oh, he is. Well, no, that's his, like, he makes, like, game soundtracks a lot, and he does, like, these little fun little rock songs. I suggest you guys check him out. He's a really good musician.
Okay.
That's why I asked him. I was like, hey, do you want to, like, because it was in 13, like, two of his songs show up at 13th Cross as well. Like, I wrote a song, and he recorded it for me, and that's the ending song in the movie. And then in, like, the middle of the movie, we also play one of his other songs. And this time around with Chicken Coop, I was like, all right, I'll give, I know his real name, but I'll give James Gameboy a chance. And so we did, and he actually flew out and he watched the movie. So that was a podcast listener that actually did that.
Nice.
And we had a great time. Great time.
His real name is John PSP.
So we watched the movie. And it looked and sounded great, and it looked like a movie, and that's what was really fun about watching it in a big movie theater with all the people who had made the movie. But
What's his wife's name? Victoria Game Gear?
Yeah.
Him and his girlfriend came out. We all stayed in the same Airbnb. We hung out. They were a great couple, by the way.
Nice.
Their son is Jimmy the Taco.
Engage.
What is that? Engage. Yeah.
I was hoping for an Engage joke, so I'm glad that it got in there.
Yeah, Nicolas Cage.
Nicholas Engage, yeah.
So anyway, they came out. Schweiss came out. He's in the movie briefly.
Cut my best part, but whatever.
What, when you said a bunch of
best part.
slurs?
No, I was stealing stuff, and I stole like a little lamb, and I thought it was funny, but he was like, "No, stop taking the lamb." Like, and I jumped a fence as a fat man. I jumped that fence, cleared it, and didn't even show it, man. I jumped that fucker like 5 times. I almost ate it last time.
Hey, man, it's about what's best for the movie.
Whatever. It was really good though. I was surprised. Alex said it was much better than the last one, and
it is much better than the last one. Yeah, it is.
It's good stuff, guys. So if you supported it, watch it.
Thank you. You got 48 hours from the time we record this, which probably means it's too late by the time you hear this. So check your emails regularly, guys. That's a lesson to you.
Yeah.
But anyway, Drew brought a bottle of gin. I drank a little bit of it, a tiny like sip of it, and some whiskey because James Gameboy, when he came into town, also got me black and whiskey. And so I was there with my girlfriend, who of course went to the hospital thanks to black and whiskey, and was like, oh, I got some more of this stuff. And so that was appreciated. And now I drank a little bit more of Drew's gin because Drew decided he didn't want it. And now I'm regretting recording while drunk. This was a massive
You've learned
mistake.
this lesson before.
It seems like a good idea, and then you do it, and it's a really not a good idea.
Well,
at
no,
all.
I drank wine many times while doing this podcast, but the gin, which I had maybe 2, maybe 3 shots worth in this like little cup, and I put it in some like diet Kool-Aid. My God, guys, I am fucking like my face is numb.
I didn't realize they made Diet Kool-Aid.
Well, Zero get like whatever Crystal Light store brand Crystal Light.
Yeah.
Different from Kool-Aid, bro.
Okay, it's not fucking brand Kool-Aid. I
Get your
fucking
drinks
get it.
right.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, when I make a tequila sunrise, I make sure to use Tang.
Oh my God. All right.
Oh, I love those chemicals.
Anyway, thank you, but no thank you to Drew, who's now gotten me drunk. I might actually. So the problem is that I have not eaten for, I don't know, 50 something hours right now.
That'll do it.
And I think that my tolerance for alcohol just like plummeted with the fact that I don't have a single fucking thing in my stomach. So it's just like hitting my brain, like all of it right now. So I'm just gonna stay quiet while you guys do this Knights of the Old Republic
I need you to
review.
talk because I think it'll be funny to hear.
Well, hold on. I got to hear how much I'm still beating these guys at games beaten, despite the fact that I didn't beat a game these past 2 weeks. Also,
That's a good point.
I guess I backed Chicken Coop at some point because I got your link for the
Nice.
the
Thank you
video
for your
thing, so
support.
I will watch it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Therefore, was like, oh fuck, I didn't realize I did this.
No, I'll watch that tomorrow. Fuck it.
You've only got like 40 hours to watch the.
Yeah, I'll watch it tomorrow after I get home from work.
Sweet. Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
and
right.
everyone else, buy it when it comes out. I'm sure we'll announce it.
Well, 'cause
also, Joe, I'm going to give you my blackened whiskey because I'm fucking done drinking. So you're going to have like,
You're done
A lot of
drinking. You
blackened.
quit. You quit
Dude.
alcohol.
I think it's killing me. I know that's like
What?
What?
Surprise.
No, it makes you stronger.
I haven't said the same thing over and over again since I was 22 years old. What year is
It's
it right
like-
now?
It's like
Oh,
that
it's
old
been
like
8 years. Okay.
it's like that old porn computer I had. Like the one time that I smacked it because like it would just glitch up and you could kind of smack the side of it and it would like turn off and turn back on. And there was the time I smacked it too hard and I was like, oh shit, that was too much. And it never worked again.
The old porn
what my
computer
liver-
he's
that's
referring
what
to
my
is the
liver-
PS3 that he lent Cameron that had the squirting Olympics on it or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. Come drop distance. That was one of our nicknames for that. Drop. That's what came to mind.
Gar, Sora,
no,
why'd you put all this brown paper down?
Fucking takes it in the eye. You know,
Queen Minnie, what's that hooked up to you over there?
It's a Sibian,
Yeah.
Mickey.
could you imagine if Gooby just got hit with a cum shot and he's like, yeah. He just like flies back or something. Like,
It's all those cartoons where he used to like teach you how to work out and like falls over and shit, but he's teaching you how to like fuck. It's just
that's how he
yep.
comes, yeah.
yeah, that's how Max got
Yeah.
conceived by accident.
No, but that's how my liver felt after the last time. It felt like I had that same feeling of like, oh, I think I broke it. Like I don't think it's coming back this time. Like
Your
that was
eyes were
fucking
yellow or
ill. No, I don't have. It's not that broken, but I know I already have fatty liver. And they said it was non-alcoholic, but I'm like, how would you know that? How could
you wouldn't know that. There's no fucking way to know that.
Yeah. So I'm like,
Yeah.
I really just need to stop. Like and it's weird because now that I'm losing weight and we're doing the fasting, even though I drank on a day where I wasn't fasted, like I feel like it hits you harder now. And it's like I drink too much whenever I do it. And it's not fucking good, man.
I didn't even drink that much right now, and I'm fucking hammered.
Yeah. I can't do it. So enjoy. You got some more blackened whiskey coming.
Yeah, give it directly to his girlfriend. Just hand it to her directly. But here you go.
And some Jaeger and some Fireball and some Malibu rum, which tastes like tanning oil.
No, Malibu's all right when you mix it with shit.
So are you cutting back or are you stopping?
I'm gonna fucking stop, man. I like
'Cause,
hard.
like- No, go ahead.
hard liquor especially. Like I usually this is why I drink beer. Is because like it's a lot of work. You get like really bloated and you have to piss all the time. So like, yeah, you can still get really fucked up on it, and I do. But like it takes you gotta like work for it. The hard stuff you don't have to work for. It's just immediately brutal. It's immediately fucking you up. Whereas the beer, it's like 6 beers in, I start to feel it. And so like I drank the hard thing is I drank the hard liquor kind of like the beer, and then I like collapse and in the bathroom I'm found asleep on the bathroom floor the next day. And not good.
I'm not one of those guys who can sleep when he's drunk. I'm like, the room is spinning and I have to stay awake, and it's just a horrible night. I don't go to sleep like you do.
Truthseek says Schweiss is quitting. What does this world come to? Yeah, Schweiss, you're letting the fans down.
The end of Nude Clan is near.
Yeah.
You can feel it.
I thought Nude Clan was causing Schweiss to be an alcoholic, and now that we're ending one, the one is also ending.
Dude,
it's like when fucking
a long time.
It's like when Bilbo like lets go of the ring and like the podcast ends and Schweiss is like, I suddenly feel better. He just starts walking down with his walking stick.
But I feel like the best part
I'm
of
gonna
that
go
is
die amidst those gay elves.
I want one like, if that's the way we're going, when Schweiss gives his alcohol to Joe, I just want him to like see Joe again and just be like, I just want to see the alcohol again. And then he's like, oh, I don't have it. And he's just like,
yeah, he does a scary face.
All right,
that's when I hand it to him, and I'm like, well, why should I keep it?
I'll support you. I'll support you in your
and
sobriety.
he is like stroking the ball.
After all, why not? Why shouldn't I have one more rum and coke?
Yeah. And then I walk away like to leave, and he's like, Caleb, it's still in your pocket.
The rum and coke
like
is still in your hand.
I've got like 8 bottles of liquor shoved into my pants.
They all fall out of your like suit coat.
Oh my God, you're right.
I hope someday that when I like drop my dick on the floor, it's like that scene where he drops the ring and it just thuds and like doesn't even like rattle. It just like.
I mean, yes. Someday when God grants you a dick, you can do that.
Oh, dude,
I've been asking Santa for a dick for Christmas every fucking year since I was 7. I wanted like, please give me a big dick. Please give me a big dick. And he always gives me bullshit like a Game Boy or a dog. And I'm like, I want a big dick.
It's like compensation. But I guess.
All right. Well.
Yeah.
No. We're gonna play. What has everybody beat?
We already did.
We already did, but we need to know. We need to know how many games everyone's beaten this year so far.
Yeah, we already did that.
Yeah, we did it before, and I added.
What?
yours.
We did that?
Yeah, you were away.
Did we do it when I was in the bathroom for like 30 seconds?
Yes.
Yes.
That was so fast. Oh my God.
I'm sure you hear that a lot, Joe, and it's okay.
Yeah. The Nude Clan hog for the host is as follows.
Thanks.
A4, first place, 31.
Thanks.
Joe, second place, 19. I am in third place with 17. And Zach, dead last with 12.
Who the fuck just joined our party?
Oh, we're in the wrong channel, guys. We should be in the recording room. People could just hop in here.
Well, hey,
Whoops.
see ya.
Hey, man.
Wait, no, don't. No.
What the fuck? All right.
Get back here.
Oh, is that going to fuck up your shit?
Yeah, probably. Okay. Just get back. Turn on your fucking camera. Oh, my God.
Schweiss is jumping in and out into the recording room.
Yeah, I know, because I dragged him back into this room because I'm like, look, I think it's going to fuck up our shit to just stay in here. If someone joins, I'll just kick them. I don't know.
All right. Thanks for listening. Get the fuck out.
I kicked him already. Fucking.
The best part is Joe was in this chat, and then I jumped into this chat because Joe was in this chat, but I didn't know
I saw the word Nude Clan.
I didn't even look.
It.
Yeah, I didn't even look.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, Joe's here. Joe's like the group mom. He knows where we're supposed to be. But Group Mom is wine drunk right now, so we
Yeah,
didn't know.
Group Mom is fucking
Mom
slammed,
is-
dude.
It's all right. I'll be the
Bro.
pack dad or whatever they call
Do you
Boy
wanna
Scout
start-
things.
Do you want to play? Do you want your camera back on?
Oh, fuck. I'm going to have to eat today, dude. This is fucking me up.
Turn your
so
camera
bad.
back on and review KOTOR. I'm gonna kick everyone that joins the fucking.
So the game that me and Schweiss have been playing is Star Wars: Knights of the Old Republic.
Yeah, it is a space western role-playing video game created and developed by BioWare.
Oh.
It was released on the original Xbox 360, Windows, and like a ton of other shit. It takes place in the fictional universe of Star Wars, created by, obviously, George Lucas.
George R.R. Martin. So I actually have this game. I have this game for Xbox. I just didn't want to have to grab my Xbox and then find my copy of that game in my mom's basement.
Yeah.
To play. And so I played it on Nintendo Switch, which honestly, dude, it's so much easier to play these games on like Switch because I can just take it where fucking ever, dude. Like, that's why I liked playing Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask on my 3DS, because it's just the portability is so fucking nice.
Yeah. True. The game initially was released July 15, 2003. The latest release was the legendary Legacy of the Sith edition in 2022, which I believe is the Switch version.
Oh, cool.
Or is that the MMO? I don't know. Who cares?
That might be the MMO. Oh, yeah. So this game, you play, you make a character and name them, and you wake up on the bridge or in the infirmary of the Black Spire, I think is what it's called. Being attacked by the Sith fleet and their leader Darth Malak. You are awakened by Karth. I can't remember his last name. Onasi? It's Karth Onasi. He wakes you up, tells you got to get the fuck out, and then you learn the controls, and you have to get the fuck out while you're being attacked by the Sith fleet. You then eject out of the ship, and you crash land on a planet called Terrace, which is like Coruscant. It's a giant city, but it's a very poor city because commerce, like trade, has like gone around it. And that's where you start your adventure with you and Karth. And as you find many, many colorful and different characters through
Whoa. Why the characters got to be colorful?
Because one is literally blue that you find to join your party to try to make it easier as you travel the galaxy by saving a Jedi named Bastila Shan. Is your first kind of real mission is to find and save her. And then your ultimate goal for this entire game is to confront and defeat. Yes, to pound that Jussie, that's Jedi pussy for you non-initiated. It's to defeat Darth Malak and the Sith.
I thought Jussie was I thought that was the name of the genre that the Cantina band plays.
That's Jizz. That's Jizz.
By the way,
Disney can try their fucking hardest to get rid of it. It's not whatever they called it now. It's Jizz.
By the way,
Jizz. That's the music.
Speaking of, not really show related, but Zach, Galactic Empire was awesome.
Oh,
When I saw them the other night, yeah,
well, I'm glad you got to go.
that was fun. Yeah,
That's right.
They're Star Wars.
We were talking. We were talking the music of your people while you were gone.
Yeah.
What ska?
What, the Scotch Irish?
No,
No,
Jizz.
Jizz? What?
Yeah, it's
That's the so you know in Star Wars: A New Hope when they're in the cantina and they're playing the. That's in Star Wars. Disney's trying to get around it now, but that was music is called Jizz, and
Oh,
Disney's
nice.
like, and we're like, you fucking.
Yeah,
yes,
Disney's
it is.
not quite ready to start putting pedophilia in their content.
So-
They'll
I mean,
put
it's
everything
just-
else.
It's the
We're
same.
about
as,
5
like,
years away
What do
from
you
that.
mean Disney's not
So-
ready? They've been doing that for a while.
One of the things that Disney's done that people don't seem to have an issue with because they're woke fucks is they changed the name of Boba Fett's ship from the Slave One and they just call it like Bounty Hunter ship or whatever.
Yeah.
And that's fucking stupid. His ship is the Slave One. It has always been the Slave One.
Who did they
And it'll-
consult? The Washington football team?
It's just played one. God damn it. Anyway, yeah.
But yes, they did. They did play the Cantina song, so that was cool.
Oh, that's fucking awesome. Okay, sorry. So yeah, condensed version of the story is you go from planet to planet, and you are trying to find a thing called the Star Map that Darth Revan and Darth Malak found. Darth Revan having seemingly been killed off by Bastila and another Jedi. And then Darth Malak took his place and was taking over the galaxy. So
yeah, and the whole time you're running into like visions that you have in your sleep, where it looks like you're getting like your asshole diddled. At least in my version,
you're running into visions in your sleep where you're playing as another guy named Sora, who sort of seems like you, but not really.
Yeah, and you're seeing visions of Malak and Revan like discovering the star maps on each of the worlds. And like you keep talking to Bastila, and when you're not trying to like finger banger, you know, you're trying to figure out like what's with all these visions. Like, why do I keep seeing all this shit? What's my connection to you?
She has the visions with you too, and you share the visions.
Yeah.
My dialogue options with her, I was always like, you know, you want to date me. Like that was the options I would always choose, and you're just like antagonizing her.
Yeah, and she's like, that's the dark side. That's the dark side. That's the dark side. And then she turns to the dark at the end. And you're like, what are you doing?
Oh, yeah, spoiler.
Stupid bitch.
Wait, hold on. So does that mean I can hit now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I mean,
It does, because so Bastila Shan, I guess spoiler, gets captured. She's trying to save you. And,
look, the game's 20 years old.
I was going to say, spoilers for a 20-year-old game.
So the biggest like plot twist in this game, for those of you who haven't played and don't care, and those of you who do care, you try to spend 20 years, you turn out to be Darth Revan, is their big twist in the game.
It's pretty cool, actually.
It is. No, it's dope.
So it's not I am your father, it's you are your father, except your father is the Darth.
Bastila Shan turns to the dark side, but then, I don't know, what ending did you get? Did you get light side or dark side?
I got light side. I fought her, and then I like talked to her, and then I fought her again, and once she was like beaten down.
You have to do it 3 times. You have to do it 3 times.
Yeah. Then I was like, look, bitch, go back to the ship, make me a fucking sandwich, and join the light side again. And she did. It took a while though. I was kind of getting annoyed. I was like, I almost went the path of the sand people, and I'm like, I'm just gonna kill everybody in here. I don't have money for that robot. I don't have time to grind money. I don't know if I'll zone out and glitch out, if the game will close. Sorry, guys. You're all going to die. And I'm not just going to kill the ones I have to. I'm going to kill all of you. Because I need to level up. The children, because this game is fucking hard. So you're all done.
You didn't get HK-47.
He's the only character I didn't get.
Oh, is that the J-pop girl group?
Yeah, it's the J-pop girl group.
Yeah.
So
isn't he like racist? Isn't he kind of hilarious?
He's not racist. He just wants to kill. Like he's an assassin droid. So like in mine, when you talk to the sand people, if you don't have HK-47, like it's automatic combat because you can't understand them because they speak Tusken Raider.
Yeah, so much for putting on the outfit. I mean, yeah, we're like 9 feet taller than everybody else, so it's a little suspicious. But like, why did I spend time getting an outfit if I can't just sneak into their base?
So I
gotta kill them all anyway.
But so when you're HK-47 or take him, he's like talking and he like translates and he looks at you and he's just like, I mean, I can talk to them, but like, let's just kill them. That's way more fun. And you're just like, no, translate for me. And then he's like, and then he'll translate again. But
I'm to understand that HK-47 is like this game's version of what's that one bounty hunter robot that looks like a catalytic converter that Boba Fett hires in the movies? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Doesn't hire a bounty hunter in the movie.
Yeah, it's like someone like either Vader or Boba Fett hires a bounty hunter.
Is it IG-88? You're talking about IG-88. I know you're talking about IG-88.
Sure, yeah, he looks like a fucking like a vape rig.
He is. So
how many ohms are you, bro? How many ohms are you?
Yeah,
he's an assassin droid as well. But this game is like 5,000 years or something before.
I understand that. I'm just saying he's like basically this game's version of that character. But like if that character had lines in the movies, which he barely does.
He does in Mandalorian. He's actually one of the best like parts of the first season because he's fucking funny.
IG-69 says salty sunkern.
IG6 fucking Jacob. Yeah, so anyway, those are the big twists in the game. You find those things out. Anything you want to add to the story, Schweiss?
I thought it was cool that you go and train to be a Jedi. That was like the thing that I heard about this game. Like, that I was like,
you have
like
fucking
5 minutes.
an 80s movie style montage to become a Jedi.
Yeah. And you have to do like truth or you have to do like yes or no answers.
The craziest part is when they played Eye of the Tiger in the back. When you're like Randall's like running up the stairs, like burn, and he's like running up the stairs. It was awesome, dude. It's punching meat, and you just become a Jedi. It's fucking.
I was hoping it would be Push It to the Limit from fucking South Park.
Yeah. It was that was like the thing that sounded the coolest about this game when I heard about it back in the day, and it was like 40 minutes of the game, of this like 25+ hour game. It was like a drop in the bucket.
Did they do that?
40 or more on my
Oh
beat
my
time on
god.
Switch.
Well, yeah, but the Switch is like, you played for 25 hours or more or less. Who knows? Like,
Yeah.
you played somewhere in the vicinity of 25 and 50
I mean, and
hours.
some of that too is I had some glitches that I had to go back and do shit on.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it sucks.
One of the best things in the story, though, was a side quest I did, because this game is fucking hard. Like, it's not easy. So I did a bunch of optional stuff because I was getting clapped.
Dude,
and,
like that real quick. That's something, if you're going to play this game, you should go into knowing is it's hard. And the optional side quests are not fucking optional. You need to do them. You need to do the races for credits. I didn't. But there's some good shit you can get if you do from like buying off vendors. I just didn't do them because I had no interest.
I only did like 3, and I was like, "This is really dumb."
I did the required race to save Bastila Shan. That's the only thing that the only time I raced.
Yeah, I did like
anyway,
more, but
Schweiss, continue. I'm sorry.
Yeah, there's a side quest in this game that was really fucking funny. It was this girl. It was on the Jedi planet, Dantooine, I think.
Yep, it was on Dantooine. Yeah,
and she's like freaking out and like nervous, and you talk to her, and she says like, "Oh, she lost her droid. Her droid ran away off into the like fields or something, and she really needs him back." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." And I kind of inquire a little further, and she's like, "Oh, he's been so helpful for me since my husband passed away like a year ago or something like that." And then like the dialogue options are really funny. Like, wait, what exactly does this droid do for you? And like, it's really insinuating all of this stuff. And she's like, "He's just very, very important. You have to go get him back." And so I go out and I find this fucking guy, and he's like, I tell him like, "Hey, I'm here to bring you back to your master." And he's like, "No, please. Like, she's unwell. The thing she makes me do, like, it's not natural." And I basically guilt tripped this droid into like, "How could you leave her? She's in need of you. Like, she needs you right now." And he's like, "Oh my goodness, you're right. I'm gonna return to her right away."
Was it like a C-3PO like type droid or something?
It was a protocol droid, but
and he wanted me to kill him. He was like, "Please kill me and tell her I died."
I don't have olfactory receptors, but even I know that pussy stank. It corrodes my circuits.
He does. He's like, "Kill me. If you kill me, then I don't have to go back to her, and she can move on with her life."
Yeah, and she's like, "It's not healthy." And I was like, No, you need to go back. She's lost without you. And I guilt tripped this poor guy to fucking go back to this sex-starved widow.
For those listening, Joe just tipped his hand that he's eating like a literal pot of soup, like with handle and everything. Like straight off the fucking stove. Is that Campbell's Chunky?
It is. It is.
Yeah.
Campbell's
It's good
classic
shit.
chicken noodle. I can't anymore. I need something to soak up this alcohol, guys.
You could try
Gotta
bread.
get some saltines with it.
This is my favorite thing. I want Jump Joe on every episode.
I only have ramen and chicken noodle. It's not even mine. I bought it for my girlfird when she was sick. Now she's gonna
You
chew
bought
me out.
Oh,
because it's not.
I thought
gonna
you said
be
you
there
bought
when
it
she
from
leaves
your
the cabinet.
girlfriend.
Why
Like,
is
your
she gonna chew
girlfriend's a
you
ramen
out?
vendor.
You bought
Because
it.
she
What if I
supports
get
me
sick
in the
again,
fasting
Joseph?
diet. And she's like, "Why are you eating? You weren't supposed to eat." I'm like,
She's like, Joe, you fat fuck. Why are you eating? And you're like, baby, don't worry.
How many times do I gotta tell you you got a shitty soft body before you stop eating?
So okay, real quick. I got a buddy who he wasn't fat. He's fucking stacked, dude. He does lifting. He's huge, but he stopped working out for a little bit when they had their kid, and he was still big. He got his 6-pack went away, but he was still jacked. And his wife was buying him fucking shirts a size too small. To be she's just a bitch. She's buying him shirts too small to be go back to the gym. And he's like, well, I thought I was taking care of the baby. And she's like, I'll do that. Go get your 6-pack back. Fuck.
I mean, my wife wants me to get a little chubby. She I don't know why, but she's like, oh, you need to get a little bit fatter. And I'm like, if I get over 200 pounds, I'm killing myself. It's just
I
that simple.
almost said something, and I'm not going to say it. But I almost. Something crossed my mind, and I was like, oh, that.
Go on, do it, Zach. Be brave.
No.
You're starting to look like Dylan, weirdly, A4.
Oh, no. That's no good.
Yeah. And I'm going to start arguing with you all the time.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere.
Okay, what I was gonna say was it's that master mentality. She sees you and you're not fat enough to be a plantation owner.
Yeah, I need to get so fat that I wear the suspenders. As a simple country lawyer, I do declare.
Yeah.
Corey, the dinner's not made, Doc. You just gotta.
I need to be fucking Leonardo DiCaprio and Django Unchained, where I'm just slightly pudgy, and it's just I bring out a skull. It's see here, this is the part of the skull.
That's what I'm saying when she argues with you. You gotta give the skull dude, this part right here's why you don't argue with me, and you just smash it on the table and
Monday said I gotta start drinking mint juleps. I don't like mint, so
really,
I'm not a huge fan of it. No.
You're from the South, you fuck.
I am literally not. I'm born and raised above the Mason-Dixon. What are you talking about?
Pennsylvania is part of the.
No, it's not. It's never been.
It's South.
It's not.
Schweiss, it's South. Shut up.
There's heroin users in the streets. That's about it.
Yeah, Pennsylvania's south of I don't know,
similar.
Maine, but
Yeah, that's still.
Yeah, Maine was the everyone south of Maine fought Maine in the American Civil War. We all know this.
That's what happened. Yeah.
That's why no one moves there because no one wants to fuck with.
I don't know.
Maine.
You just look like a ton of Amish people, and I'm Southern Amish. That's just.
that's not even remotely. Whatever.
Listen,
Jack, you're-
Rumspringa.
all I know is you don't have Cajun people, and
Zach,
that's a win for your state.
how dare you assume his cultural history?
Yeah, exactly. How
No,
dare you
I-
assume?
It's
If
not
he was
serious.
South-
Fuck him. I know his cultural heritage.
If he was south, he would have
Stars and
Cajun
bars,
people.
baby. That's
Yeah,
what I'm
if I
saying.
was
It's
if
good
I
thing
was
he doesn't.
south, I would put more seasoning on my food, other than the occasional dash of salt. So
Yeah, and you could get him to show us his tits by just throwing beads around his neck.
No, you can do
do
that.
that now.
I
he
am
won't
rocking
even
a
do it.
sweet A cup right now. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
All right, where were we on this review? Because-
Story. So it was pretty brutal when they blew up the first planet.
Yeah, dude, they
was
fucking
like, damn.
they genocide a fucking planet, and you're just like,
Well, they've
oh,
never
good
done that
thing-
in Star Wars before.
Well, I mean, but
This
for
is
the
before,
game.
though. This is before the.
Yeah, but okay, it happens.
For A New Hope.
I know it happens before A New Hope, but chronologically
Oh,
in
game's
in
old.
IRL, it happened after A New Hope.
This game is
I
from
like
1972, guys.
Yeah. 18,
one of the
1803.
things that I sat there
2-bit.
for a second, kind of thought about it, because they're apparently some people escaped, but I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh, that blind guy definitely didn't make it out.
Yeah. What the fuck's going on?
One of my favorite things from the story though is there's a bounty hunter called Callow Nord who's just a fucking prick. And when you go to leave, you have to steal a ship called the Ebon Hawk to like travel around on Taurus before it gets like bombed. And one of the things is like when you're on the level, you have to steal it, and you fight the gang leader, and you fight Calo Nord. And fucking, you like hit his health like halfway, and then he fucking pulls a grenade out, and he's just like, "If I'm not getting out of here, no one's getting out of here." And then the roof falls on him, like a slapstick sketch. Like it just crushes him.
What was this ship called?
Like,
the Ebon what?
The Ebon Hawk.
Oh, Disney changed that to be the Ivo Hawk.
Yeah, it's the Aryan Hawk. The Aryan Hoot. So he's like, then like that's one of my favorite story threads because he comes back later, like he survived somehow. And so they're like, "Oh, go hunt them down." And he's like, "Yeah, because they survived, and no one survives me." And then he goes to like, you fight him one more time.
Yeah,
and he's just
kill him
like,
again.
and he blames you. He's like, "You're the reason I got crushed," and you're like, You pulled the grenade out, you fuck! Like, of course you got crushed. But he blames you, and then you just kill him again, and then it's like, I thought he was gonna become like an antagonist that kept coming back until the very end of the game. But like,
No,
they said
what they did with all the.
It's so.
They
dumb.
do that with all the bounty hunters, though. They make them super badass, and then they like, all right, now she's gonna get sucked out to space, and that's the end.
Well, then I feel
She's
like
just dead.
Now he's going to fall in the Sarlacc pit.
The badass bounty hunter came with us though, because you get Canderous is a bounty hunter.
He's pretty cool. He's always telling you like the bad shit. He's like, oh,
yeah, he's like dark side.
He's like, you should just fucking kill all of these clowns, because he's a Mandalorian. He's like, and they're like a dying race. Obviously, like pretty much.
Yeah, because the Mandalorian Wars just happened.
Yeah, so he's pretty cool.
It's funny to me because, like, if you look at, like, if in the screen, one of the big things in this game is, like, light side or dark side points, and you can, like, become either or. I stayed in the light, but if you look at your characters that you get, each of them have, like, if you're blue, because, like, it moves up, blue is light, red is dark, gray is middle. I have one droid that's just, like, middle, because I bought the little, like, RT-looking unit guy. But then the assassin droid is fucking red. He's not fucking Sith.
Is he more evil than Canderous?
Him and Canderous are on the same level. Like they're both
okay.
Because
funny.
you find out later that because you didn't get the scene because you didn't have him. HK-47 was Darth Revan's droid.
Oh, that's fucking funny.
Oh, no,
because you know when you go through and it's like, so when they find out you're Darth Revan, the fucking cry ass bitch Carthonasi is just like, does anyone want to be with him now? Like a fucking pussy bitch. And then like everyone's like, well, like the consensus is, well, you don't remember who you were. You're choosing to be this new person, and you're like, you're saying you want to destroy this. Like I think you're okay. And the droid is like, oh, you were sent to this factory thing, and yeah, I'm Darth Revan, or I'm Revan's droid, and you're like, oh, so you're my droid, but I'm not really me anymore. And he's like, nah, it fucking doesn't matter. I still belong to you. And you're like, okay.
Nice.
Yeah, so. Yeah,
the story's pretty cool. There's like ways to persuade, just like any BioWare game. There's like different dialogue options. You can. It doesn't change that much. Sometimes it'll change, like if you're like a bully, which is sometimes the only way you can do things. Like you have to be a prick. Yeah. Then you'll get dark side points and light side points, just depending on how you go about things.
Yeah.
Overall, though, for being a Star Wars fan fiction, I actually think the story is pretty good. I thought the twist with you being Revan was cool, and I was like, oh, that's kind of obvious, because like, how else would you be seeing all this shit? And the other people who around you that you were asking about the visions, Basila, she knew too, because she was one of the ones that she fought you. Like you saw in the very beginning of the game, you were fighting her, and then your ship blows up, and then they find you.
And ultimately, she's saved you, because she's the one that keeps you like together, basically, like.
Yeah, and then you turn to the dark side trying to get into that pussy, and then you kind of like beat her into submission back to the light side.
Dark side of the labia, and then she comes out.
Yeah, that's a great Pink Floyd album.
Definitely Pink.
Dark side of the poon.
Fuck, that was a way better one. I'm glad you're here. So yeah, like, but you're right though. You beat her like together 4 times. Because you beat her on Ricotta, and she's like you beat her. She's like, Yeah, like to me it reminded me of like when she runs away. Is the first thing I thought of was like Kung Power into the Fist, because you beat her and she's like, "You suck." He just like fucking runs away. And yeah, it's exactly it flies off. She's like, "You'll never be as good as me," and then flies away.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck?
I should be the chosen one. Let's kill him.
That's what they should do. They should remake this game and redub it. And I want Darth Malak to sound like Wimplo. But so yeah, you beat her once and you fight her again. And you have to fight her 3 times technically. It's one fight, but 3 different. Like her health goes up every time, and you beat her down 3 times, and you're finally like, "Stop fighting me!" She's like, "But you, how are you better than me?" And it's like, because I was always stronger than you. And it's like, yeah.
Schweiss, can we start a band and record Dark Side of the Poon?
Probably not.
Probably not.
Not with okay. Well, that was that dream shot down.
So
Yeah.
with all the side quests that the quote optional side quests that aren't optional, and the story, what do you give the story for this game, Dave, or Twice, whoever you know her?
I'll probably give the story. I'm gonna give it a 9. I actually think it's pretty good. I played a few Star Wars games, I guess, and this is definitely better than most Star Wars stories. The dialogue options made it kind of fun. I like trying to seduce the one chick the whole game, and then being like, "Whoa!" when she turned evil. And there's some good writing in there. There's some good comedy. I think the story holds up for sure. I think it's cool. It works within the Star Wars universe as far as I know. I'm not like that big of a Star Wars fan, but I had fun playing it, and I think the story I thought it was pretty good.
Okay. So honestly, dude, I'm going to give story a 10. I really, really liked the twist of you being Darth Revan. I think that's rad as hell. But I also liked the conflict within it of Bastila falling to the dark side. And the reversal role of you being dark become light, her being light then becomes a Sith, and it's you being like, hey, you like no, and you talk to her, and it's kind of like a cool thing because she's through the whole game she's basically just like the dark side sucks, Darth Revan sucks, Malak's terrible because he's the dark side, and then she becomes seduced by it, and then you save her, and then the best part though is it's like a Hallmark movie. Except for like you're the small town lumberjack and she's the businesswoman, and she joins your side because you tell her you love her, and she's like, "Oh, dude," and then she joins you.
Take me, chosen one.
She's very shy.
I don't want you to think I'm a slut.
Yeah.
I don't want you to think I was.
You
so yeah, I'm
broke a
definitely gonna give it a 10.
thermometer. You broke a lightsaber on my hand.
Is it hot now? But yeah, so
Thermometer in my hand.
rub it in my
Rub it in my hair.
fucking movie's so good.
Just like every Nude Clan episode, it just devolves into Gordon Kung Pao.
I've got some yellow liquid for your popcorn. It's non-dairy. But yeah, so yeah,
My
sorry,
nipples
10.
look like milk duds.
And that day, the chosen one learned something very important. Force lightning fucking hurts, man.
Quit, man. The fucking
We're younglings,
we're devolving right now. One of my favorite parts of that movie always is because like they're all like the syncing's off because it's like the Japanese to American or whatever. But the fact that the dog's bark is always off by a fucking long, like fucking so long. It's fucking so fucking funny every time. Anyway, okay, so what is our next category?
Gameplay. So this game is a fucking dick. This game is hard, dude.
Asshole.
Like I thought I was terrible at games, and I was like, dude, this game is like, not only is it glitching and closing itself at unopportune moments, so I just got into the habit of saving every 5 seconds.
Should
It's
mention, Schweiss was playing the PC port, which is notoriously not great.
Awful. It was cheap. It was like $5 on sale, but I kind of, and part of me is like, well, for $5 it was okay. Like, would I have rather spend 40 on it to play it on the Switch? Probably not. I think I'd rather take my shitty ass fucking. Well, it closed out again. Good thing I saved. Or I come in and it's so glitchy that like I sense that it's gonna close.
Well, and Zach
so
was
I
playing it on the
saved.
Steam, right? Or on the Switch,
Oh,
right?
I got Switch. I didn't. I only had 2 problems, like glitch wise, and one didn't affect my game. Like it kind of affected the gameplay, but it didn't. Like it's weird.
Yeah. So the game plays much like any BioWare game. High octane, very exciting. It plays like an MMO. So if you like MMO gameplay, these games are for you. This game, Dragon Age, same thing happened, by the way. I got into a fight, and I just couldn't figure out how to fucking fight because you got to like press space bar because it's like, ooh, attack mode on. And then you have to like
Inquisition.
Yes, I had no idea what the fuck I was doing. And you got to like select the attack thing for the next few moves, and then you just unpause it and you just watch as your character misses over and over again and occasionally lands a hit while you're getting destroyed, by the way, by everything around you because they're all good and everything you touch, you're actually a stormtrooper, and so you can't hit anything, even when you have a lightsaber.
That's the fucking truth. I think we should talk about the final boss right now because I want you to relate your story of how you beat him, then I will relate my story of how I beat Malik.
In this game, I was like, you know what? For my stats, because each time you level up, you can upgrade like stats, gain new abilities, shit like that. And I would do like the computer hacking stuff because I thought it was kind of cool. You can like hack into the mainframe. You could just straight up fucking kill a bunch of dudes in numerous parts of this game if you like pry them or do some kind of action with the computer to just fuck them completely. Which is good because there's times where you'll walk into like a small room and there'll be a guy point blank. He'll just start throwing grenades and he won't stop. Like we're talking, this guy's like feet away from me and he's just like fucking grenade. And I'm like, holy shit. Like this guy gets it, man. He's like, guys, if we kill him, we're all back. Like we're all alive again. Whatever it takes. If I have to kill half of us, I don't care. I'm going to keep fucking throwing grenades till I run out. And it's like, this is impossible. Because, like, not only do you got that shit happening, you have 3 people that you control. And if you try to run away with one of those guys, the other guys will just do whatever they want. Now, you could switch to the others and make them run away too, but they'd, like, just keep going back. Like, you can't run away because if you run away and you try to zone out, it's like, oh, you need your team with you, and I'm like, well, my team's dead.
In the areas, if you get to like a corner and someone, and which happened to me quite a few times, I was running and got to like the door to the next area. I'd click it and it's like, can't leave without your rest of your team isn't here. You need to wait for your team. I'd click to that character and they were stuck on an NPC and just like running in place like this, like running back and forth, and I'm like, fuck. And then they would like break off, and so if you fight people in this game, like you can't leave. If you switch between characters, they will run back to the fight, and you'll be like, "Fucking, it's terrible."
And dude, like the fight with the fucking dude who runs the like underground street gang, the Swoop gang.
Oh, that dude.
Yeah, dude, I had to sit back and throw like 7 grenades at this guy. And it's like, okay, I had a checklist of like, it was like playing Call of Duty Classic. It's like, okay, if I run out of the door and I get hit once, I keep going. If I get hit twice, I have to just die because I'm not going to make it through the rest of the level. And this one, it's like, okay, first throw has to be a stun grenade and it has to land. And then I throw 2 brutal plasma grenades. And then by then, my guys will have reached them. They won't take any damage. And if they kill him, I can continue. If they just stand there and miss, even though he's stunned, I have to load the game back up. And it was like a system I had. I had to throw like, it was half of this game. Like I'd come into a fight and I would just start chucking grenades, like hoping to God some of them landed. Because you take so much damage and you cannot hit anybody. It's like until like the end of the game, then you can kind of hit people, but they're all hitting you too. So it's just brutal. Like it's so fucking hard.
Adhesive grenades became my best friend.
Yeah, the concussion were like king for me. If I couldn't stun them, they weren't gonna die.
So I would adhesive grenade and try to hit in the middle, so I'd trap at least 3 people. Then I'd throw a concussion grenade, and then that. But when I got my force abilities, I had like wave, or I had like the fucking like whirlwind one. So I would just hit the guy, and they would just like go up in the air, and I'd be like, "Okay, I have to focus on you right now because you're like you're suspended.
Yeah, I told you, man. Cure is all you need. Cure and like
you're
anything
fucking
to
right.
boost. Like
Every
when
time
I saw there was a heal, I was like, "Fuck that! I'm not buying anything else but heal. This is
dude,
brutal."
you need that heal, and like, it's what the fuck.
Don't worry, I got
Good night.
Good night. Good night, Zodi.
You too could be on the podcast.
Our listeners are so sweet. But fuck, where was I? I don't even remember. That threw me off. You threw off my groove.
adhesive grenades.
The grenades are key. Oh no, the heal. You
Yes.
fucking if you play this game, all of my Jedi had the heal, and I fucking like, dude, the thing I put, you have like the computer use or whatever. My fucking all my points went into fucking the healing one where it's like, your health, like your packs will give you more health.
Yeah,
Because they are very stingy with not only the packs they give you or the credits they give you, but the health that you heal is like a gnat's foreskin. Every time you use a fucking med pack, it's like, oh, you want to heal? No, and you're like,
yeah,
oh,
and it's like
so
like
bad.
playing FF1 where it's like sometimes it'll give you 40, sometimes it'll give you 17. Like there's no quality control at the
No, the RNG is
potion
nuts.
company. Yeah, FF2. There's no quality control when they're making the potions. There's no bureaucracy, so it's just like, well, it's like pot gummies. That's what these fucking that's what these med packs are. It's like this one might be fine, or this one it might like destroy you.
You might
Like,
not go to
take
work
it.
for 2 days.
Yeah, you might take it before work and be like, "Oh no."
You might direct mice scenes in a movie high for 24 hours.
Yeah, yeah.
Or it could be just
you
a
know.
relaxing dinner.
It depends. And it doesn't depend on anything you could discern either.
Yeah, it's
just who knows.
This game was very unfair in many aspects.
Yeah, and so I would do like the technician thing. And so I had like hundreds, dude, of fucking mines, because you find mines just laying in the field.
You could just
and I would
you
like,
could just take them.
yeah, I just harvest these fuckers. Like I would steal them away, and it got to the point where I stopped doing that, and I just could just disarm them instead. Like it wasn't high enough because I started doing other things.
Yeah.
But I had like a shitload from the beginning of the game. And so the last fight you get in, it's a mano-y-mano. You, Revan, with your apprentice who took
Real
your
quick,
spot.
which is fucked up because in this game, you for the entire game except for the one fight with Bastel at the end, you fight with multiple people. You
Yeah.
have your entire crew, and then you fight Malik, the hardest boss in the game, the final boss, and they go, "Oh, you don't get them. It's just you," and you're like, "Oh." That's not what you trained me for. The entire game is you gave me 3 people to swap around with using. I always had a Jedi in my team. So it's like I have a Jedi to heal each other. I have the Canderous who's fucking blasting from a distance. I have
Yeah,
my
from
team
forever.
I have my team specced out, and you go suck a cock. You're by yourself.
I told you that
can't
Canderous, Bastila, and you is like the only way to play this game.
It is. And then when Bastila moved, I got the one Jedi Master that the one Jedi you find on Kashyyyk.
Oh, the black dude?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got him too. I used him.
He was my like fill-in after that because I was just like, dude, because hey, I'm like, you're already like not even like entirely good, so I don't feel bad about giving you like Force Lightning and shit, and being like, being like,
How
fuck
does
you guys.
pure evil sound? Because I'm sick of this game.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, so real quick, sorry, before you go to that, one of the things that bugged me, and I'm thinking this counts as gameplay, is certain armors restricted you in using the Force, which is fucking bonkers. Because it's like, oh, so I'm wearing metal, and it's like, you can't use your wizard shit that you learned, and it's like, what?
Yeah, and it's like, so what? I have to wear rags? I just have to take
you have
it up
to
the
wear.
ass.
Yeah, so like my armor that I wore was like a fucking 11 because I souped up an armor like that you could have, and it gave like 3 to my dexterity and 1 to my strength. So it's fucking sweet. And they're like, oh, you learned like 4 force moves? You can't use it unless you wear a thong. And I'm like, oh.
Look, you got to dress for the job you want, not the job
They're
you have.
so fucking dumb. So
Space
fucking
panties. Yeah,
Okay,
you gotta wear the
it's-
space
all right,
panties from
Schweiss.
fucking... so anyway, I had a bunch of these mines that I just never used because I was like, why would I use mines? And so I get to the final fight, and it's... Okay, look, before the final fight, it's like...
It's so
It's
bad.
like Onslaught City, dude. Like, there's so many fucking evil Jedi, so many Sith in this ship that you get on. Like it's unbelievable. It's like I'm telling you, it's like the only thing I can compare it to is when I played Unreal Gold in like 2012, and like the last area in that game is very similar. It's just dude after dude after dude, and like I fucking have to save every other time because I'll take some damage and I don't have any health, and so like it was the same shit. And you're trying to find the door, and the map is like a fog of war map, so like you don't see everything. And you gotta want it that way, because if you buy the map, then it's like, well, fuck, I don't remember which way I came from. So you kind of need to not know what it looks like, so that you know where you need to go.
Well, the weird thing about their mini map too is like if you're looking at the mini map itself while you're running, it shows you the entirety of the map while you're running, because it'll show you adjacent corridors. But then you go into your menu to look at the map, and you don't have a map.
Yeah,
it was really, really weird the way they did this map.
It's very strange. So we're trying to discover the door we need to go through to beat this game, because it's like, hey, now we're at the end. We want to be done, right? Because this game's been fucking hell on earth.
Yeah, it's 2 a.m. for me, and I'm like, I want to sleep.
Dude, it was like family dinner, and I was like over there at the dinner table playing this thing, and I was so mad. I was just like, just like trying to control the rage.
I'm just imagining the scene of you biting your pillow and screaming, playing Dissidia next to your wife leaving.
I was live texting Schweiss. Thank God Schweiss was at work. Because I was sending him fucking messages. I'm like, fuck this game. Fuck this game so hard. I hate this shit.
Yeah, I was like, I'm glad I'm not the only one, because I was like, God damn, this is hard. Like, what the fuck? I've never played a game where I have to just throw grenades for like half the fight to win.
The thing is, like, I went through that same thing because I'm like, and up until like last episode where you talked about how like the slog, and I was like, okay, thank God, I'm not the bitch.
It's hard.
It's rough.
And there's not enough dudes. You can't just grind levels. They all die.
No!
They just stay dead.
What the fuck is up? If you're gonna make it an XP driven game, let me gain XP to feel overpowered. I'm supposed to be the Dark Lord of the Sith, and you're just like, nah, bitch. It's not happening.
I wonder that there's that training simulator at the Jedi camp. I wonder if we could have used that.
Oh my God, if we could have used that to get XP, and we fucking did it.
Yeah, dude, it was brutal. So yeah, you've got this big, massive ship area you're trying to run through, and you'll be like fighting dudes. You'll like a group of dudes will come up.
Wait,
you'll kill them.
Is Joe dead?
No, he's just going to the bathroom or something.
No, he's laying on his bed.
No, he might be dead. Who knows?
Not dead yet.
For those listening, Joe is laying like face down on his bed with his arms outstretched, like in almost a Peter Griffin death pose, Family Guy, and he heard that somehow and raised his head up and went, "I'm not dead." I thought he was off to the bathroom or something. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah. So you're trying to navigate this massive, spiraling, confusing ship. 2, you've got like waves of dudes coming at you, and like
3, you have no health packs left.
Yeah, 3, there's no health packs. I had none, and you got to just heal.
No one dropped any.
No one's dropping shit.
Fucking health pack.
So you can't grind them out, and every once in a while you'll come across these like turret droids that just take fucking ages to kill, and while you're trying to kill those, the waves will continue to come, and it's like it just got insane. Like it was so hard. I beat this in one day, the last mission, but it was a close call.
I did the last 3 planets that night. That's why I got home. I had dinner, and then me and Rachel did something, and then I got back at 8 p.m. and I fucking grinded from 8 to 3 a.m. to finish it off. Yeah.
Yeah, so once you get through that, you go through a couple more corridors. Same thing. It's like an hour of this onslaught of dudes, and it's like, the game. It's like a fucking. It's like that Valkyrie game you played, Valkyrie Chronicle or whatever, Joe, where you swing and you have like a certain % chance of hitting, but you have that like point blank with a sword made of light beams. So like you can swing and you can just keep missing like over and over. And Canderous, he'll have a fucking massive blaster point blank and he's just missing. And it's like,
Yeah.
I'm just like, ooh, super exciting gameplay. Oh, I'm going to wait. Oh, I missed. Okay, we're going to wait again. Oh, missed. Oh, I hit him that time. Oh, missing again. It's like, and so like this is happening with the onslaught. And like sometimes you don't even kill the wave that's there. And then the other wave is like rolling in on you. And you're like, I'm not even going to be able to get out of here. Like, I'm not even going to be able to move forward. And fucking, God forbid you go into a corner that's not where you're supposed to go.
Oh my God.
Because then you're really fucked. You got to backtrack.
And and there's wave upon wave upon wave. It's just the pro strat for this game was I would kill 4 people and like stop a wave or 6 or whatever. How many? Like, so there's like 4 to 6 is usually a wave. I would kill them, save the game, look up to see people running at me, hurry and heal, then hit this next wave. Yeah. And it is just I've made this joke to Schweiss, but I guarantee in that last level I saved 150 times because you have to. If you do not, it takes you back to the beginning and it's fucking horseshit.
And like the autosave, sometimes the autosave is great.
Oh, mine
sometimes
never
it's
was.
like really bad.
My
like,
autosave,
like, oh, you want to go back to the beginning of time?
Yeah, my autosave, dude. When I looked at it between my autosave and my manual save, like, because the savings, fucking Joe, the saving is really weird. Like the way the hours, because like in my manual save, it's like 138 hours is what it says or some shit. So it'd be like, oh, you're at 138 with so and so minutes, and then it'd be like the autosave would be like 135. And I'm like, no, I'm not gonna go back to that. That's horseshit. Like,
I would just like to point out for the listening audience, Joe jumped on the screen like a small elf and did like a jazz hands thing. Then he put his headphones back on and laid in his chair and then leaned back like he was dead, like he was in a car accident.
All this cements for me is that when we do our final last streaming thing after the whole Conan Exiles thing, when we're like doing we talked about playing like games together one last time. It's gonna be really fun with Joe. Cause Joe gonna be fucked up.
I can't believe that 2 shots worth of gin has fucked me up so much. I am it's killing me. I need to eat too. I just need to get this I need to not be drunk anymore.
Go get some more food, buddy. You're good.
I'm cooking it right now. Don't worry.
You got saltines or bread?
No, I got
probably
ramen. I only have soups, bro. Only soups.
I only have soup.
I mean, soup is good hangover
broth
food.
Broth will be good, and I think noodles will be good in your stomach too.
Anyway, what do you have gameplay?
So wait, no, because Schweiss needs to tell you how he beat the final boss.
So last fight, it's a big wide open corridor. There's a bunch of fucking like test tube Jedi. They're just in these tubes, and if you by chance land enough hits on Malik that A, he doesn't just cut you down before him like nothing, like batting a fly. And B, he needs to go heal up. He'll just go like harvest the bodies of these guys. And like, you can harvest their soul basically and fully heal. And I tried, man. I was like, I'm going to fucking eat these guys. I don't give a fuck what I have to do. I'm sick of this game. I don't care if it turns me evil. I'm so good. A little evil at the end is whatever. And I went up to him and like, all it would do is describe what they were. And I was like, I don't give a shit. Do you
know what you ended up needing for that? Because I Googled it.
No idea.
You have to have Destroy Droid. That Jedi power.
Oh, fuck, I did have that.
I didn't. So
it was awesome against the droids,
I was like, fuck, I gave it to fucking Bastila.
It would like almost one-shot droids.
And so she'd do that, but oh man, you have to have it to do that. And I was like, oh cool, the one fucking power that I didn't fucking give myself. So it's just like, well, fuck me, man. You gave me one way to destroy these.
Yeah, so pretty much what I did was I just kept attacking him, and then he would go run around, harvest those, fully heal, and while he was doing that, I would be over there just healing the shit out of myself and like jacking my stats up with whatever stim pack, whatever fucking illicit drugs that I had picked up from the seedy underground of
just fucking
Taurus.
spicing it up. It's like
Yeah. whatever I could, dude. Like, it was like I was playing Elder Scrolls Oblivion again. Like, I'm chugging skooma in between every fucking enemy. Like, this is the hardest game I've ever played in my life. Because I fucking didn't. I went around and closed every other portal to Oblivion, and then I did the Kvatch mission, and it was so hard in Oblivion that I had to become like a drug addict to play the game at all. Like, it was so hard. I had like fucking elementals in the village. Like, I was like, God, no wonder everyone died. Don't play it that way, by the way. This game, you just can't play it at all, or it's that way. So what I would do that. I'd let him go fucking heal. I'd power up. I'd save. I'd go fucking confront this guy, and dude, he would just lay me out. Like, if he did the force push down thing, it was just over. Like, as I'm slowly climbing up, he would just fucking hack. Dead.
He didn't force me down, but he fucking stun locked me. He would stun lock me and then like do like the throwing thing, and my guy would just like be twirling around, and he would just fucking hack my life away. And I was like, it's fucking stupid because you can't get out of it. There's nothing you can do to get out of it.
And the guide I was looking at is like, do force push. Force push works well against it. And I'm like, no, force push does nothing but take my MP.
It doesn't. Because I had the fucking one where it was like, you throw him down, like the wave or whatever, like do the wave. And I fucking did it, and he just stands there, and he's like, is that all you have? It's like, you're supposed to work.
You're supposed to fly. And so, dude, what I ended up doing in this game, it's like a big area with like stairs going up and down. Yeah. I ended up running, healing when I could, saving after I got a heal off without taking damage, and then planting every fucking mine that I had harvested from like the beginning 3 hours of this game everywhere. And I just kited this fucking guy through my minefield. And it was not easy. Like, he does not cooperate with the kite. Like, I had to take some damage sometimes and then like kind of steer him a little more to the side. And then it would, dude, it was like such a silly small amount of damage too. I'd turn around and blow up and do like 4, and I'm like, come on. Like, come on, man. He's got like 200 health.
And then when they can heal. So mine was kind of like yours, but I didn't have the demolition high enough to set mines. Because when I texted you, you told me that, I was looking and I was like, oh, fuck. So my strategy was I would fight him and miss 5 times and then hit him once with the lightsaber. And by then, my life was down to the little nub at the bottom. I would save the game mid-hit as he hit me so I could disengage because my button wouldn't disengage. So I would save to disengage, fucking run. And as I'm running, I would pray to hear his lightsaber turn off. Because if his lightsaber didn't turn off, he would throw his lightsaber at me. And no matter where I was on the map, the lightsaber hits you for half damage. So he would hit. And so I would run, and I would heal as I'm running. And then, like you, I would save as soon as I healed and be like, good God. And then I would run again, and then I would wait until my life was up all the way with the healing. And then I would let my health go up halfway. And then I would save the game, find where he was running, and then go and try to hit him. I would hit him 4 times and put his health down a little bit. And luckily, it didn't get to like the worst I had it is I got his health below half, and then he healed. But every other time I hit him a few times at the beginning, and it triggered his heal. So that wasn't bad. But this boss fight took me probably an hour and a half because I was doing that and running around while he healed himself. And would hit him, save, run, hit, save, and I did that until I beat him. I'm sure my neighbors enjoyed me at 2 a.m. going, "You're kidding me? Fuck you, you Sith piece of cunt!" And like, I was so upset.
Yeah, that was me with Birth by Sleep the other day.
And then fucking,
Dream Drop.
I would save and run away and disengage, and I would just hear this wob 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 lightsaber, or he'd fucking lightning me as I was. He'd lightning me as I was running away, and it would stun me, and I'm like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" And so just be me sitting there pounding my fucking controller, going, "Come on, come 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 on, run," and then I would run and then heal, and then. But it was awesome because sometimes when you ran away, you would like get really far away and you'd feel safe. Other times you turn around and he was right fucking there.
Yeah.
just
like Jason.
There was no reason. There's no reason why it should have done like. The
And you're
way
like,
it
how are
was.
you so close? Like,
was-
fuck, dude, I am hauling ass.
But then, like, my favorite part is you beat him, and then it's like the light made me better than you, and he's like, "You're right. Like you were in the light, and it didn't make you weak." And I just wanted him to be like, "You ran like a bitch, dude, the entire time."
Yeah.
Was you running around the map
You're a
screaming?
fucking cheater. Yeah, you fight like a
Fucking
asshole.
cheater.
What's with the mines? What the fuck? What is this?
Oh,
The
man.
Middle East?
If we could like have like had a channel where it was like big enough to like film skits and stuff, that would have been a perfect skit. Like, you're a bitch.
Yeah,
What the fuck?
dude, it's
You're-
crazy. Like
You're a
the shit.
cheater is my favorite thing, dude. You're
Yeah. Dude, stop fucking running, fucking
one of the other like reveals from Malik, he has this like fucking metal like cylinder like from his like nose down, and you just see a scene where he fucking just got his fucking bottom jaw ripped off, and he's just got fucking butt plugs in like his throat underneath and like in the top, and it's how
Yeah.
he talks. It's fucking gnarly.
Yeah. The game's hard. I do
It's
like the character
so
customization.
fucking
I like
hard.
the abilities. I like that you could craft your lightsaber and update it as you found new parts.
Yeah, that was cool. But you can do that with armor, vibro blades,
Yeah.
and like guns and shit.
Yeah, I liked all of that. Like that stuff was cool, but dude, it was so.
It was hard.
Insane.
And that's what like what we like how the joke that I made earlier about like, you know, optional side quests were not optional. I mean, you had to do the side quests to survive, and you did get a lot of cool like story things with that, and like an expansion of the world. But especially on Kashyyyk with those optional missions, it helped flesh out the story more of what was going on.
Yeah. I only didn't do one on Kashyyyk because I couldn't find the fucking dude down and below.
Which
I did
one was
everything
it?
Else, though. It was like the guy who wanted me to kill the Mandos. Like, I
Oh.
couldn't find him again.
Oh,
I was like,
do you know
okay,
do you
fuck
know what
this.
do you know what the secret was? Oh, did you kill the Mandos or not?
Yeah, I did.
I was gonna say because like I didn't realize the secret was like unequip all your weapons and then walk around and have them attack you and then re-equip everything.
Oh, maybe I didn't then.
Yeah, so the secret to the Mandos is you have to unequip your weapons and walk around, and then they'll ambush you.
Oh, they're a bunch of cowards. That's the
Yeah,
secret?
and then you equip them, and then for some reason, one of the glitches I got was that I equipped Basila's lightsaber, and then it just wouldn't show up on her inventory. So I'd be like Jediing, and then that other black guy was Jediing, and then Basila was like sissy slapping them, and I'd be like, why? I'd be like, why? And then
What
I'd
are you
look at
fucking
it-
doing?
I'm like, you have a lightsaber, and then I'd look and it'd be like it'd be equipped to her, but it'd be like fuzzed out. And I'm like,
Yeah.
you're equipped? What the fuck? Don't
Dude.
slapping them. Use your double-bladed lightsaber, lady.
Dude, that happened to me too for like an hour and a half of playing this game. She just didn't have a lightsaber anymore. And I was like, did I like fuck something up? Like, did I
Yeah, I
unequip it
thought
and lose
I
it?
thought
Like, did I
I-
sell it? Like, what?
Yeah, I thought I accidentally sold it.
And then
I
it
like,
was just there randomly. I was like, holy shit, there it is again. And then maybe I had it on, like, I was trying to put it on the wrong hand. I don't know what the fuck happened.
I
but
think that's what happened, which is really stupid. If
yeah,
that's
it's because
the
it's a
case,
fucking double. It's like a polearm
Because
lightsaber.
I had that exact same thought. I'm like, maybe I put it on her wrong hand.
Yeah, I had the same glitch or
For
whatever
some
it was.
reason, though, when you get captured by the Sith, you get captured by the Sith in this, and you and Karth have like these fucking like Speedo suits, like you were a swimming competition, but Bastil is just in her bra and panties, and you're like, who's making these? It was fucking so funny.
Yeah, this is straight George Lucas right here.
It's so funny.
Throwing
So
up into
gameplay.
space.
I don't know. I feel conflicted about this. So, Schweiss, what did you give gameplay?
I'm probably gonna give it a 7. Like,
Okay.
it's a good game, but fuck, dude, it's hard. My version was glitchy as fuck. It's not exciting, and this is something I've learned, like, after playing all the Elden Seki Soulsborne games. Like, combat in most games is kind of shit, and this is something even in Kingdom Hearts that bugs me. It's like, yeah, there's a block button, but if you don't, like, guess that they're going to hit you before they hit you and then use the block button without any animation cue, then it's not going to work because it's so slow and stupid and clunky that it might as well not even exist.
Right.
And this game takes that to like the millionth degree. Like, you just sit there and you watch them try to hit, and it's like not exciting. It's not interesting.
Well,
And-
like I can't believe especially on just like grunt soldiers, like the Rakata, for instance. There's these fucking savage aliens that have fucking normal swords, and you're fucking missing them constantly.
Yeah,
and they
with a
talk about like,
lightsaber.
oh, you're such a badass warrior. Like, we knew you were a badass warrior from the beginning, and it's like, why am I missing that many times? It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it's too much. Like, and I get like they wanted to make it like D&D, but like the dice are
Yeah.
loaded in this thing. Like, and it is D&D.
Oh,
Like,
totally.
the straight up,
100%.
it straight up says 1d6 like in the
Yeah,
fucking
damage.
attacks and
Yeah,
shit.
one of the lightsabers does say that. Like, it adds an extra
Yeah.
1d6 or whatever, yeah.
Wow, that's going pretty hard.
Yeah, and I'm like, shut the fuck up. I can't do any damage, so 1d0 is
I mean,
what it
yeah,
should
the
be.
whole level system is D&D too. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
Which, I mean,
Straight
that
up.
was really, really cool. A-Force fucking crashing hard.
I'm fine. But yeah, no, all the Dungeons and Dragons talk is fucking putting me to sleep.
Yeah.
Whatever.
It's a
listen to
good
Joe.
game though. That's what the hard thing is I'm like, it is good, but
I
like
listen
it's
to
so frustrating in so many ways.
Yeah.
And it's just not an exciting game to play. Like,
Yeah, and that's, I don't know.
it's like
I
it's
would
a
agree with
fucking
that.
Jedi game and it's not fun
Yeah.
to play. Like, what the fuck?
I,
How
dude,
could you
honestly,
do this?
Force Awakens,
honest-
or no, I'm sorry, not the Force Awakens. The Force Unleashed. This is not.
Oh, fuck, that's such a fun game.
Yeah.
Like, and that's honestly, like, while I was playing this, like, I can understand from a story point why someone would say this is the best Star Wars game. I can understand that, but with gameplay, it just doesn't make sense. Like, we all know Battlefront 2, the original 2006, 2005, is the best Star Wars game. It is. It's just what, it is. 100% hands down. But then you get bangers like Force Unleashed, which is fucking, the first one's awesome as fuck. I wish someone would have wanted us to play that, because I love that game. That's a fantastic game. And then, like, with the Jedi combat. But then also, I'd say that, like, what is it? Jedi Fallen Order? Jedi Fallen Order was fucking fun.
Yeah.
I mean, it threw that Souls-esque, those things into it. And I've enjoyed what I've played of Jedi Survivor. But I think when you have this next influence of, like, games that come out after this, you're like, oh, that combat's fun. Whereas KOTOR's combat isn't as fun.
No, it's not, and it's just slow and cumbersome, and it's just not exciting. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I've started to become like a real snob with combat, especially when they like pretend. It's like, this is the thing of Kingdom Hearts that bugs me. It's like, oh, weren't you blocking all the time in the game? And I'm like, no, I wasn't, because it was easy. Why would I block when it's easy? I could just mash attack. You act like you've programmed this game to make me learn how to play this. When you haven't, it's just the final boss requires you to know how to block, something you've never done before. And now suddenly it's like, whoa, you're not a master blocker? Like, what have you been doing all this time? I'm like, I don't know, blowing through your easy-ass children's game? And now suddenly you crank the difficulty up? But this one, it was just cranked up to 10 the whole time. Like, but it's just not exciting. And I've just become like kind of a fucking bastard when it comes to combat.
You can thank DK Asuna, whose game this was, by the way.
Yeah, thanks, buddy.
Thanks, Donkey Kong Asuna.
Yeah. I'd sooner rather not play it again. It's weird though, because it is a good game. That's what
I was telling Joe, like, before this podcast we were talking, is I'm conflicted. I thought this would be a conflicting review because, yeah, I mean, you talked about it as well. We enjoyed the game, but there's definitely a ton of flaws in the gameplay and how they've executed some things where it makes it very conflicting. With you, that, like, I would say that I think if you give me it a 7, I think I'm fair to give it a 6. The gameplay is just, it's difficult, is saying it lightly. The gameplay's difficult. The disengage stuff was ridiculous and didn't work half the time. Locking onto things didn't work half the time either. Like, my guys didn't hit who I originally circled to lock on. It would just change randomly. I feel like getting, like, looting bodies was also a pain in the ass, because I would walk up to a body that's circled and then one of my people walk up with me and it automatically started a conversation with them. Like, I can't tell you how many times I started talking to Candace and I'm like, shut up. I don't want to talk to you. I wanted to loot this body.
Did you get the glitch where every once in a while you just couldn't walk with a character or two or sometimes
No,
three?
that sounds
that would happen to
terrible.
me. Like, I don't know what triggered it, but like I'd walk up to somebody, loot the body, and then like I just could no longer walk with that character.
That sucks. I've never done
And you
that.
just have to save your game, load it back up, and hope it worked. And it would happen when I was the only character, when I was playing alone. And it would happen when I was playing with me and Karth, and it would both do it.
I only played solo once. That like had me do. So one of the things with gameplay, I was thinking about this when I beat the game on Friday night or Saturday morning. Technically, I got this game for Christmas when I was a kid. So I got an Xbox. So Game Crazy would do a deal when I was a kid, where it was like if you bought a system, you got like $100 gift card to like get games or whatever, or like other things. So that's what my mom would do for Christmas. So I got a used Xbox, and I got like Halo 2, Knights of the Old Republic was one of them. Just a bunch of different games. And so I remember playing Knights of the Old Republic, and they thought as a child I was smart. Because in the underground, one of the things you do to get to the next area is there's a rancor just in the fucking sewer, and you're supposed to go, oh, there's a dead body on there. I'm going to put this odor bomb that I found in this dead body in this thing and then not fight it. But when I was a kid, I was like, oh, I get to fight a rancor. That's fucking dope. So as a kid, I never got past that rancor because I kept dying, and I was like, I don't get what I'm supposed to be doing.
Yeah,
Because I didn't. I did too. Because like when you get to it, it's like you're just supposed to be like, oh, look at this body. I can put a bomb in it. That never crossed my mind. Ever.
Why would it? Yeah. Why would
Yeah,
you think
exactly.
that?
You've never had any of the gameplay up to that point too hasn't had that as an option.
Yeah.
And then
You've never seen the Hurt Locker.
Not as a child, I didn't, Joe.
Look, whenever I see a homeless dead body on the street, I don't think about shoving a grenade up its ass.
So that's how you get past the rancor.
Now I do.
You put this stupid you put this fucking gas bomb in it, and then it smells it and it passes out. But as a kid, I'm like, I'm gonna kill this thing, and you can't. It's an impossible. It doesn't let you do that. So like, I never got past that part as a kid, and then, like, as an adult, I'm like, fucking stupid.
I was able to run past
I didn't get to Google it. Oh, but then
I ran past it, but one of the guys died, so I couldn't actually continue.
Oh, that blows. That's
Yeah. So like, it was that thing where it's like, oh, sorry, your party's not together, and the rancor is just camping me, and I'm like, fuck. So I had to die.
So yeah, dude, combat in this game is fucking brutal.
Yeah, it's not exciting either. It's like, it's like Elder Scrolls is kind of boring compared to like Dark Souls and stuff, where it's action.
I feel like
it's just slow, but this is like way less exciting than Elder Scrolls, which is crazy.
No, I agree. My comparison for me is like, it's like playing World of Warcraft without your friends. Like, because like you're just like hitting and you're choosing the buttons to hit, but that's it. And it's not like there's no like real team aspect on it. And you're just sitting there being like, hey, hope I don't miss this time. And you're watching this unfold, and you're just like, oh, gotta watch. Oh, health, heal. Why didn't you heal? Heal. Why are you not healing? Heal. Like, it's not fun. It's very tedious. Which sucks because, like, again, me and Schweiss we said it, we both enjoyed this game, which is weird to enjoy a game that you don't like the gameplay on.
Yeah.
But we did. And that's, again, why I went there. I'm like, it's going to be very conflicting because I'm not really sure.
Yeah, and this is supposed to be like one of the greatest games ever made. And I'm like, I don't fucking think so. Like, this is the year of debunking greatness.
I was going to say, because you guys felt the same way about Ocarina. So it's like,
you're wrong, but
this is like the postmodern year of Nude Clan, where we just like, actually, that game sucked.
Actually, it's not that good.
Half-Life 2,
we're finding out
shitty.
that we're actually becoming like fucking hipsters in our old age, and we're just like, no.
Yeah, actually, this game is dog shit.
Actually.
So what Impulse, what would you give the gameplay?
I gave it a 7. He gave it a 6.
Okay.
Sound and music, though. What do you think about the voice acting, the soundtrack?
Honestly, the voice acting was pretty good. Honestly, like I wasn't
for an old game. Yeah, 2003. That was back in the heyday of like absolute trash voice acting.
Yeah, I would say it was good.
Just look at Final Fantasy X.
I think it was fine. Like I didn't expect Bastila to be British. I don't know why I didn't expect her to be British, but I didn't.
Everyone in Star Wars is British.
Not everyone. Everyone in this one's mostly
Everyone
English.
who's
Yeah,
not
I'll
like
even admit,
the dashing rogue is British.
everyone else is not. Everyone else has English accents on this game, but her. I like how they have a Yoda that doesn't speak like Yoda in this game.
Yeah.
He just speaks normal, but in the Yoda voice. So
Yeah, that area was especially glitchy, so I didn't really hear much of them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah. Couldn't trust the cutscene and not crash the game.
I mean, like, I'll give it an 8 for sound and music. Music was fine.
Yeah, it's good.
Music was
Like it's good John Williams knockoff, right? Like it's
yeah.
It fits.
The voice acting was fine. I didn't have an issue with it. It was, yeah, I'd say an 8. I think an 8. That's a 8 or 7. 8's reasonable for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna echo that. I think it sounded pretty good. All the effects were good. I didn't really have any sound glitches or anything crazy. I think the voice cast for the time, especially, did a really good job. So that was kind of top notch. 03.
I mean, like, and you get like the standard Star Wars sounds, like the blasters, the lightsabers. You get that good stuff, like you get the good shit. So
the
like,
Wilhelm scream, it's there.
yeah, yeah,
Good.
It's got all the necessities.
it does.
All right, graphics and design. What do you think about the look of the game for the time?
For the time, it was. I would say it was very well done. Now my guy, the character that I chose the face of when he's like having his nightmares, he's like moving. It always looked like he had it always looked like he had fucking like I'm 12 and I'm trying to grow a mustache because I haven't hit puberty yet, like little shadow. So I would just laugh every time I saw him on the screen.
Yeah, I didn't realize what was happening during those scenes for like the first 3. I was like, what is this?
Is he coming?
Yeah, I thought like someone was like tongue punching him or something. I was like, so weird. Yeah, it's like that in Devour when the chick grabs you and she's like looking at you. I like for the longest time I thought it was like her laying down next to you, and I'm like, and then I finally dawned on me. I was like, no, she's holding me by the scruff of my neck and just looking at me like a freak. It's just like, what is going on? Like, what the fuck's happening in this game?
That's
here?
creepy.
Yeah, that game's kind of creepy, but this game's kind of brutal.
Especially VR.
So here's the thing: graphics and design, I also kind of feel conflicted with, just because for the time the models look great that they made. All the planets are different, which is super dope. Like every planet is different. There's nothing that's the same. That's rad. And that's awesome. But a lot of the characters are the same. You run into the same looking Twi'lek men and women through the whole thing. Like all the aliens are pretty much, and that's kind of where I'm conflicted. But also, it's a product of its time where they would have had to do that. Because so I feel comfortable giving this. I would say graphics and design. I'm gonna give it a 9. For the time, I think it looks great. Like I said, I did like that all the planets were different. And it just felt Star Wars. Like it was Star Wars. You were there, everything, the clothes, the way things, buildings looked, and the way they acted. It was Star Wars. So I feel good giving it a 9 on graphics and design.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it an 8. I think it looks fine. I definitely think the port is like, I don't know what they did during the port, but they fucked it up bad. And like graphical glitches, like it got so bad with like the bars of black that were going through the screen. I couldn't even see sometimes. Like I couldn't see where I was supposed to go. And it's not like that was when the game crashed. It would crash like randomly. It's like this area looks kind of clean. Oh, sorry, can't have that. It's got to look like shit. But I kind of agree, though. For the time, it does look pretty damn good. And it's no wonder it was only on the Xbox. Like, the GameCube, I guess, technically could have handled it, but the GameCube was notorious for not having any games that anyone wanted to play unless the game's name was Smash Bros.
I think as well,
I didn't
though,
want to play anyway.
Like, if we think about it in terms of,
Dash,
like,
bro.
at the time, like, that the Xbox version wouldn't have had the same glitches you had. It's just it's the PC port for some reason, which it sucks that no one's fixed it. Like one of the glitches in mine was like a puzzle
Still
glitch.
for sale.
And well, it's like I can't remember one of the devs on it. They're like, oh, we fixed it, and it's like, but you didn't, and you're still selling it for like the $30. I think I got mine on sale for like 25 or something like that. But it's like, if you're gonna do games like this and release them and like have them like cost, it doesn't matter if he's paying $5 for it. Fix your fucking game. Like
I think I spent
bullshit.
5 or 10.
But it doesn't matter if I pay $1 for a game and it's fucking glitched up. It shouldn't matter.
Right.
Like you're paying for a good that should be fixed.
I mean, I agree.
I mean, and I don't know why this made me think of it, but if you guys watch the Game Awards, I guess Christopher Judge made a joke about his like speech being longer than the new Call of Duty campaign, and the Call of Duty devs are pissed off about it because they made that joke. And like to me, it's in the same vein of like you're releasing a game, fucking make it work, fucking make it good. You don't have an excuse to not do that. Like I know that your whole draw is like, oh, we're gonna do online, but that's fucking bullshit. If like, and I had one of my coworkers is a gamer, one of my drivers, and he was talking to me about how like he hasn't gotten the last 2 Call of Duties because he likes shooters. And he's like, I haven't got like the last 2 Call of Duties because he's like, it's the same thing now. Like he's like, the guns are just, you add something to it and you call it something else and it's reskinned. He's like, the maps are all reskinned. He goes, I'm not paying $70 for that. And I fucking agree with that. But like I was saying with this glitches, you shouldn't be paying for a mess. If you're gonna be putting money into it, it needs to be, if it's not polished, that's fine. Shit can happen, but fucking fix it. You're selling something. You're giving a good. There's no reason why it shouldn't be playable. And yours wasn't fucking playable. You made it through the game, but your glitches were not playable. And that's horse shit. That's terrible.
I just looked. I spent $10.71 on this game. So I would honestly, even with all the hardships, I'm kind of glad I spent that instead of like the 30 you spent. It's kind of okay because it was a third the price.
Yeah, but
it's annoying because I'm like, okay, it's time to play, and then I sit down and it kicks me out, and I'm like, now I kind of don't want to play because the game doesn't want me to play, and I know when I'm not wanted. So
I know when I'm not wanted. The $30 to me was well spent when I played this I took the train twice because it was supposed to snow, so I took the train home like twice.
You fucking coward.
I'm not driving that Prius in the like it doesn't. My Prius doesn't do bad in the snow. But also, I fucking last year, I don't know if I said this on the show. Last year I was driving to work and it just dumped snow like in the morning, and it piled up on the highway where it was like a foot. No, I was like saying it was a lot of snow on the highway where you could like see like treads like through it like really high, like just fast.
Yeah.
I was going straight, then all of a sudden I was not going straight and I was spinning. And like I didn't jerk the wheel or anything. Like it just happened, and I didn't get hit.
Imagine.
I didn't get hit, unfortunately.
I wonder what would have happened if your engine used gasoline exclusively instead of.
I would have died because I would have been gunning it the entire time.
That's true. You cut off the balls and it doesn't go quite as fast.
Exactly.
I did complain thoroughly about getting in a wreck last winter, right?
Yeah, you got fucked last year. Yeah,
Dude,
last year was bad. Last year was terrible.
It slammed into the curb, and your whole fucking suspension got fucked. I felt so bad for you because that is nuts. But so like mine,
walking
I didn't.
around was worse.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I didn't hit anything. Like I missed all the cars because like I like was ahead of the pack, and then I didn't hit the barrier. Like I almost
gotta watch out for those banana peels, bro.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it felt like because it was just straight and then not, and I'm like, I didn't do anything to like cause that because I was going straight. So I'm like, you know what? I'm taking the tracks to work and then just try taking it. But like that time, honestly, dude, I really enjoy the train because I get in the train and I just sit in my little seat and I pull my Switch out.
You can play this game that you don't like.
And I just play games, and I just get like that 30. Now because I've moved work buildings, I live like the train is like 30 minutes closer. So I just like instead of like that 48 to an hour, I just like sit and play, and that $30 was worth it to like get to play handheld. I fucking love.
There you go.
I love handheld, dude. It's so nice. It's so nice to just be able to sit wherever I want and just play my game on the train.
Mansplay.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I can play while I'm pooping. I can play while I'm in traffic. I can play. Just kidding. But like, yeah, it's just nice. And so for me,
I've done the traffic thing.
I mean, if you're bumper to bumper, there's no reason why you shouldn't.
If it's a stoplight, I mean, I'm gonna kill a couple things and dream drop distance. Just saying. I don't know how long that DS battery is gonna last. I gotta get every ounce of it.
What's our next category?
Last category.
Did you give a category
replay
graphics?
Oh, I gave it an 8. 8 and 9. Zach gave it a 9. I gave it an 8.
Okay.
Replayability. How replayable is this game? How likely are you to replay
Sorry,
it?
real quick. I'm giving it a 9 too because I saw Basil in her bra. So we're just gonna.
That's fair. I was kind of like, there was like a twinge. My cock kind of like.
Yeah, these are the Mass Effect guys. How are the sex scenes in the Star Wars game?
Non-existent.
Non-existent, yeah. I'm surprised no one lost their hand in this game because usually in a Star Wars property, someone loses.
Was there a character who said, "I have a bad feeling about this"?
Yes.
Yeah.
Someone said that. No, Obi-Wan wasn't alive yet, so he couldn't like mutilate people.
Just fucking wreck people.
Yeah, he doesn't kill. He just dismembers.
So
traumatizes.
Replayability. Twice.
Like he just cuts you in half, and then you like eat your feelings for the next 10 years.
Well, then he cuts you in
show up
half,
a
then you
spin-off
come back
movie.
in the Clone Wars as a half robot, insane person, and they say that your hatred is what kept you alive.
Or you come back in Han Solo, the movie, and you're like 80 pounds fatter, even though you literally got cut in half. You somehow still gained 80 pounds.
With the robot leg, that's not even the 80 pounds.
I'm back, dude. Fear me. Yeah.
Oh,
So,
that would. I just imagine that would have been a good Star Wars to have. Craig's voice. Craig's voice on Darth Maul would be fucking amazing.
Yeah, especially after. I mean,
Craig is Darth Glitch.
Oh,
yeah.
dude, that'd be fucking awesome. That's what I want. That's what I want him as Darth Maul.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I think replayability. I'm not gonna replay it, but I think there is things about it that you can replay. There's
I'm
a dark
not gonna
path,
replay it.
a light path.
There's two
There's
endings.
a lot of dialogue options. Yeah, there's multiple endings.
There's 3 endings. But one ending I read is you have to plug your other controller into the other port and have someone do something. And I'm like, so how do you get that on Switch or PC?
Yeah.
Like it's just on the original Xbox, which is weird.
Yeah. So it's kind of another one. It's like conflicting. I'm going to give it a 7 generously because I do think there are things to replay. I think it is a fun game, even though it is frustrating and brutal and fucking unrelenting in that last horde mode level. But there are things you can do. There's more side quests. You could do more of the races. You can gain more money.
Oh, yeah, and if you buy more money, you get better equipment. So like maybe those weapons may have been a game changer, and we don't know.
Unless you could like
armor.
not use. You could just not wear armor with the weapons. They're too good for armor.
And then you could use all the force
Stupid
because
requirements.
oh my god.
Yeah, and there's more exploration with the force abilities and all of that. So
there's so many like options you could go through. And characters, because I mean, honestly, I think we use the same 2 characters and then 3 because Bastila changes. But I mean, I used the one little droid a couple times when it was like mechanical thing, because he could automatically just hack everything.
Yeah, you had
So
for the one part.
But I mean, and then in the temple, you use that one Jedi chick that I didn't plan on using, the Russian chick.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, there's I would agree with you. I'm going to give it a 7 as well, with that same vein of I don't plan on replaying this, but there is a pull to, well, I can use different characters. I can do more things to get money. I can take my time with it a little bit more and be frustrated longer. And then try to, maybe just do like a pure dark side run and see how that works for me. And then get the dark side ending. I got a wild hair and I almost bought Knights of the Old Republic 2 to just have him be like, well, I mean, the first
that on
one,
Switch
I might as
now?
well. Yeah, it's on Switch too.
Huh.
To where it was like, I played the first one. I might as well have the second one and play it.
I was going to say, I think I have both on Steam, but I haven't played them yet.
So I Yeah, I think 7's a good one to hit. Where I can understand why someone might replay this, but I don't think I will.
Yeah, agreed. Overall, I think this is a flawed game. I think it's remembered with rose-colored glasses. It had some really cool things for the time. It is a good Star Wars game. It is not the best Star Wars game.
No.
It's not
I
Battlefront
think-
2 parentheses 200005.
Yeah, it's not that
2,
game.
Electric Boogaloo.
It's not even. I don't even think it's as fun as the Clone Wars game on the GameCube.
The
'Cause
fucking the cartoon one.
Yeah, no. It was normal. But like in that one, you could like send out. It was like a tower defense game almost. Like you had to fight each other and you take over the bases.
Yeah.
And you would send out like little AT-ATs, but then you would be in one too, and your buddy like kind of wouldn't know it was you, and you would just like suddenly start fucking his shit up. And like that was just so fun to me. That one I think is better. Like there's other games that are better than this one in the Star Wars universe. I'm sorry, it's not the fucking end all be all. It's pretty cool, but it's got some serious flaws that make it not the best.
I definitely agree, and like honestly, in the hierarchy of things, I think Force Unleashed is better than Knights of the Old Republic.
I never finished that. I tried to play on the hardest difficulty, and
fucking
it
good.
was too much.
I
I did
love
that-
that game. That game is so fucking fun.
Nice. It looked cool. I mean, I remember the scene where you pull down the fucking
Star Destroyer.
yeah, which is crazy. That was like awesome.
One of my things I like about that game is if like you played it on Xbox or if you played it on 360 or PlayStation 3, it had different scenes than it did from the PSP, and the PS2 version, and now like the Switch
nice.
version and stuff. Yeah, like that was pretty sweet. One of the things I'm kind of like honestly right now sad about, I wasn't because I hadn't played it, but they were gonna do that Knights of the Old Republic remake, and if they kept the same storyline, it would have been fucking rad. So, but I mean, I don't have hope in that because it was Disney. So I didn't have hope that they would do it completely the same to be good. But man, if we could get updated combat, it would be. I think it would have been such a good game to play again with like better combat. Like, I mean, if they went like the route of, like the Final Fantasy 16 combat could have been awesome with this, or like like the Jedi Survivor or Fallen Order combat would have been sick, especially with the Force powers. And then having updated graphics, updated voice cast, it would have been sweet. But I guess they've canceled that now, and it's not a thing that's going to happen.
Yeah, there was a lot of backlash about the person they had doing it.
Really?
So I wonder if that's part of it. Yeah.
I probably-
Something about like she hated the original game. And so everyone was like, yeah.
I'm so sick of that shit. I'm so sick of that shit.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know.
Anyway, though,
Yeah.
I think it would be cool to have a more modern version of it, but we don't, and we probably won't. So I didn't think about buying the second one though. I was like, all right, uninstall. I'm done.
I don't know.
What were the final scores?
So to recap, finish this thing off. The story, I gave it a 9. Zach gave it a 10. 7 and 6 for gameplay. 8s across the board for sound and music. 8 for graphics and design from me. 9 from Zach. 7s for replayability. For a combined 39 out of 40 or 50. Sorry, for me. 40 out of 50 for Zach. That is a whopping 79 out of 100. The Metacritic score for Star Wars: Knights of the Old Republic is taking a minute. Okay, 94.
Oh, God.
So we lowballed this like a motherfucker. And
Yeah, we
this
really did.
game is slightly worse than Horizon Zero Dawn, Valkyrie Chronicles, Huni Pop, Wolfenstein 2: The New Colossus, Middle-earth: Shadow of War, Middle-earth: Shadow of Mordor, Fallout 4, but it is as good as Earthworm Jim, The Outer Worlds, Destiny, Tom Clancy's The Division, Heavy Rain, and slightly better than Revengeance because Joe's a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
So there you have it. Star Wars: Knights of the Old Republic.
So I guess I don't even know if DK is
Magnetic force, Earth's force.
Memes, the DNA of the soul.
So I guess we should thank you, DK Asuna, for one, giving us money for the podcast, but then giving us the game to play. I feel the same way about this as I have the other ones. It's fun to get to play a game that one, I wasn't good enough to beat as a child, and almost not good enough to beat as an adult. But two, to have games that are like beloved. This game is beloved by people. Weirdly beloved, but beloved nonetheless. But it's like to play games like this one, Ocarina, Majora's Mask, which I never got to play as a kid. Other games that people have really enjoyed. It's been fun to do that. And then again, we'll get to do it with Twilight Princess, which people have really enjoyed, and fucking Shin Megami Tensei 3. So it's kind of fun. It's fun to put these games that have been on a pedestal and actually play them for myself. And like get to be like, this is how I feel.
Isn't Weirdly Beloved the name of the Kingdom Hearts title screen music?
I have no idea.
It's dearly beloved.
Everything I was gonna say everything just fucking circled around a Kingdom fucking Hearts.
Come on, Joe. You played how many of these Kingdom Hearts games and you don't know the name of the fucking title screen music, Dearly Beloved? One of Yoko Shimomura's best compositions. Come on.
Yeah. I didn't listen to the soundtrack. I mean, I did listen to the soundtracks, but I just kind of had them on shuffle on Spotify for a day.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the Nude Clan. We reviewed Knights of the Old Republic again.
Yeah.
If you think that we are wrong, give us comments on the YouTube, or you can comment on our fucking Discord if you're in there.
If you think that we're wrong,
some of us ignore you.
We're not, so fuck you.
Yeah, if you think we're wrong, we're not. But yeah, if you. I mean, here's the thing. Like, yeah, if you're one of our listeners or like our stuff or like to talk to us, tag us in the Discord or on YouTube and tell us why you think we're wrong or why you think it's good, why you think it's bad, why you agree with us and are in the majority of the right people and say the combat sucks.
Or you can message us directly on Twitter at Zach.
I don't know what our Twitter is.
What's your Twitter, Zach?
Don't follow my Twitter. All I do is follow porn accounts. Don't follow my Twitter.
Okay, well, I'm at A4 Extreme.
I'm at UFF Twitter. Podcast.
I'm at B Grixis. That's there. You can see it. But I really just like all of A4's and nudie things to show my friends that I support them. Sorry.
Yeah. So there you have it.
Yeah. Thanks. Discord, Patreon, all those links are in the shit below on the fucking,
Yeah. Join us
for listening
as we sink on this Nude Clan podcast ship known as the Titanic. As me, Joe, Schweiss, and A4 play in the band as we sink into the depths of the ocean.
Hopefully next week it'll be Grandia too. Until then, guys.
Oh, wait, sorry. I gotta get to the podcast. If listeners, I will be gone the rest of this year. So this is my last episode for the year. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for your feedback on things, whether it was positive or negative, because the negative does help us make a better podcast when we listen to you. Thank you for subscribing and listening. That's really good. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. And
we'll see you guys next year.
Yeah, see you guys next year.
But until then,
live always in the nude.
That gameplay was a fucking glitch.
Walk with your purple lightsaber held high.
Fuck, bro.
Yeah!